Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Check it out now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, the Funk Soul Brother. Right about now, about now, about now, about now.
Are we living in the black and white era or what? Playing mime, is it? That's how you want to run the show? Huh?
I don't know.
Hey,
Tell me.
do you guys
Why
notice
not
not?
lah?
Hey, you guys notice not? Just now we were on mute.
Yeah, but the thing is, we were on mute for a reason,
That's
though.
normal, bro.
Because inside caves, right,
Yeah.
it's usually muted.
Yep.
I'm just trying to check. Zam, you're definitely on the cave. I think Dibs, you're out of it. Both of us are out of it. I think there's.
Hey, but I'm in the cave now. There.
Exactly. Dibs, can you find if Gerard is there, man?
We do not talk about
He's
Steven
inside.
Gerrard.
He's inside. He may come out. He
He's
may come
inside
out.
with this club. He's
Yes,
probably
he may
inside
come
with this club.
He's coming out. He's coming out. Okay, so
Let me leave the cave first. I'll come back. Okay.
you leave the case, but guys, let's do a proper introduction.
Exactly. First and foremost, to all Indians out there and to everyone
Joe. Sir,
who's celebrating this, happy Deepavali to everybody,
Yes.
fellas.
the celebration
Yeah.
must be a cracker, man.
Yes, it has to
must
be
be
a
a
cracker.
You know why? The celebration of Deepavali must be that great, so good that
So
today WhatsApp decided to crash.
Exactly. Exactly.
He has actually rocked, all right, the human race, the human civilization to its very core. Everybody went
Yep.
kanchong spider, bro.
Exactly.
Everybody don't know what else to do. All of a sudden, people forget how to message. People forget there is such a thing called FB Messenger.
They forgot.
Telegram.
They forgot that there was a messaging.
They can actually slide into the DM.
This was the time to use the 1,000 free SMS or 500
Exactly.
free
Yes.
SMS. But no,
That's what
No.
we pay the telco for, you know,
Exactly.
for days like this. Okay, but just because we open up the topic, all right, Zam, how do you actually deal
yes.
with that little teeny weeny bit of adversity just now?
Oh, wait,
No
wait.
WhatsApp.
Look at his face. He's lost. Did you even know that
No,
WhatsApp
he-
crashed?
I didn't know.
You didn't
I
know?
didn't know there was a crash.
Wait, no.
Telegram for life, brother.
Okay, all right, okay. Somebody's going over to the blue cam instead of the
Exactly.
green one. Tibening, all right. There must
Oh.
be a reason why you are called Tibening. We will get on to that later on. But tips, how did you actually just now deal with what was really an atrocious period of time to be living
Yes.
in? No WhatsApp.
Do you know what I did?
What?
When the entire thing happened, I was actually asleep.
Oh, were you? Wow.
You were always sleeping.
Yes.
So I mean,
Luxurious
of
was
course,
great.
right? Deepavali, the yesterday and the day, and you've just been fucking tired, right? So I
Okay.
woke up today. I was on leave. I woke up, had my lunch, watched some TV.
Uh-huh.
At 2 o'clock, I decided to go take a nap. And
Uh-huh.
WhatsApp was working then. And I woke up. I'm like, what's all this shit about WhatsApp not working? It's working fine, what?
Mm.
Okay.
Not everybody can have that luxury. To be
Exactly.
sleeping at 3-4 p.m.
Of course.
Sleeping
3-4 p.m.
But when
What?
when he was sleeping 3-4, that is considered evening, Joe.
Yes. Correct. Evening
No.
for him.
The
It
time period
is-
is called in the evening.
It is late afternoon.
Late afternoon. Okay.
Yes.
Evening is later on, all right? Right at about
Yep.
10 o'clock, it will be evening for us because we will be discussing about that guy.
Yep.
Of
The
course.
guy who looks, right? Who looks exactly like an old classic Dracula.
Oh, yeah. Boy.
The vampire is back in the Premier League. We will speak more about it, Joe. And of course, for today, we've got a couple of people right now already tuned in. Lest you forget, in order for us to completely kickstart the show, you all really need to do this for us, Joe.
Yep.
There you
Please,
go.
guys, like, share, and subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok,
Mm.
fellas. And we are going to go full fire blazing on TikTok. So
Yes, sir.
tune in for that. And not forgetting, fellas, those of you guys who love to play football, but you guys are pretty much shy and don't know who to approach, approach Snapshot, because we have bi-weekly futsal sessions either in the east side or centralized. So tune in for us, guys, and we will get you guys hooked to our futsal sessions.
All right, that's good. Okay, so now we've got about 5 million watching us. Okay,
About
let's
six,
see the bit
yeah.
of the comment section.
If there's only one guy who comes in the one comment section with this, man.
All right,
One.
so we've
Any
got
guesses? Any guesses? Any guesses? Who is that?
Whoa, what
I
up?
don't
Good
know.
evening.
I won't get a prize, so I wouldn't even try. All right, so what's
Yeah.
up, guys? Good evening, happy Deepavali, and then we've got Mark as well joining us. Whoa,
Cap on.
everybody
for
got cap on today for Joe and Haizab. It's a tribute.
except for good evening.
Tribute for who? Who actually wore a cap and who had a complete stunning performance over the weekend?
Dino
Henderson! So we are, of course, going to speak about somebody, a little liver bird got lost in the wood. All right, so we are going to talk about it, or maybe lost in the forest, not so much
Lost in
in
the forest.
Okay, so
Oh,
I can also mention here when WhatsApp was down, I was working, say, but why can't send document? But damn, C News was
down.
bro.
Man was trying to rap something. I
Yes.
think he was trying to do something.
Joke,
not working, but-
when WhatsApp was down, I was working doing say, but why?
Right.
Can't send.
But of course, fellas, it's good to be back. Of course, last week, unfortunately, we had to miss out. We had to sit out on that show last Tuesday. All right, but guess what? It was only 1 week that we completely missed out on the show, and now the floodgate has completely been
Yeah,
broken.
boy.
Because
Yep.
why? Because why? We are going to start with first. This is the appetizer, all right? And I think this is a really good one, a really spicy one. Anybody heard of this team called Nottingham Forest? Nottingham Forest. Oh,
You mean Nottingham?
naughty,
Forest. They have been really
Naughty.
naughty this weekend, fellas. It's too naughty, you know? Too naughty.
Liverpool. Liverpool got Robin Hood.
Crazy
That's
times
right.
for us. Crazy times to be living
Hey,
in.
but guys,
Mm.
you know what? It's a little bit of a deja vu. The other time when this shit happened, Liverpool lost and it was going on downstream, and we came and do the show, and the next thing you know, they hammered Bournemouth 9-0
Oh.
in the next game.
Yeah, and
How are we
guess
going to hold back today?
Hey, who are they playing? Who are they playing next? Though? Who are they
what?
playing
Leeds
next?
United.
Leeds United.
May God bless them.
Yes, sounds like a team that can really defend very well. Leeds
Yeah.
United. Okay, but then again, let's do a bit of dissect. All right, let's lay a bit of a post-mortem like we usually do. This one right here. Liverpool lost in the forest. All right, no pun intended, of course, Joe. Because why? This was the early kickoff.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. All right, that was
I'm
supposed.
going full flow, baby.
They were supposed to actually set the tone for what's to come over the weekend. And it was not wrong, because judging by that result, all the traditional big boys actually flopped.
Yes.
Nobody
dropped
kicked.
the points. Big time.
Nobody walked out with a W.
Nah.
Only Man City. But do you consider Man City a big
No,
team?
Man City is premium.
Or premium club?
Man City and Newcastle, they are premiums right now.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we'll
so
keep them.
Avalanche and then the
Yeah.
Shark Fins.
The Shark Fins, yes.
Okay,
correct,
all right.
yeah.
So apart from Man City, the rest all went down the drain. But we are not too bothered by Arsenal, United, Chelsea. Less of that. We want to talk about the big club.
The big
Historically,
ones.
the
The big
European royalty. Because why? They
Yes.
always tell me, oh, you're an Arsenal fan. What do you know? Oh, champions of Europe. You'll never sing that. Okay, let's talk about this match right here.
Lost in the forest. You
Sleepy
never
G, you will never sing that. That's right.
Why not, Joe? Let's be fair, and we'll give this mic over to Haizam.
Yeah, because he gets that nod.
Because why? All right, this was the guy who got hammered last week
hammered because
They lost to Mo Salah Tose,
Yes.
1-0, and he got battered left, right, center.
Left,
This is
right.
your time, Haizam. Let's talk.
This
a
is
bit
your
about-
time. Yes.
Let's talk about six, baby. Let's talk about Liverpool against Nottingham Forest, of course. And you know what? Irony is, you always know, right? When it comes to football and it's script and fairy tale, your old boy will always haunt you back. This guy right here got the winner. There you go. The celebration is really emotional for him because why? He was there for 6 seasons, Joe. Never really got a shot to play. Never
Really?
got a chance to really prove himself on the biggest stage. And there you go. 3 points. All right. They walk out with a W. Of course, again, man, right now in the spotlight, Jurgen Klopp. Haizam, speak to me about this guy, man. I don't know, man. If I'm a Liverpool fan right now,
I'll be worried.
I'll be biting my nails, man, because
Yes.
I look at my manager. It does not inspire me with enough confidence,
Yep.
and I really don't know whether he has enough in him to bring us out in this little. I don't know. Is this called mini rut? Is this a crisis that they are suffering? Because if it's not, then I don't know what is. Because away games so far played 5, lost 2, they have drawn 3, 0 wins.
Talk about consistency.
Consistency. There you go.
Consistency. I think because I spoke to this uncle at the coffee shop at my block lah.
Han Kiong.
He's a Liverpool fan. No. No.
Come
No.
on, come on.
No. So what happened was this. He said, given a choice, I thought he wanted, he preferred that he lost to City but won for us convincingly.
Oh,
Surprisingly, I was like,
say
why?
that again, Zami. Say that again. Say that again.
Okay. So this uncle was saying, Liverpool fan lah. He said, I rather lose to City but trash Forest. I was like,
Wait.
So he rather lose to City, but then trash Forest.
I mean, this
Yeah.
uncle sounds like he came from the Singapore pools. Is it that
Yeah.
uncle?
I think
so.
this
I have a
guy
feeling.
got
I have a
more-
feeling that's a
Money
Yes.
come, money go.
You know why
remember?
not? Because City in Liverpool, right? The odds are pretty much low. Nottingham
Yes.
Forest
Yes.
and Liverpool, the odds are pretty much
AOS.
yes.
We're talking about AOS vibes here.
So I think the uncle was so confident. Then it was like looking at it. Wow, why Liverpool to lose to Forest? That's it. That's football, right?
Wow. Okay, but besides the uncle, okay, of course, right now let's stick to the brief. The manager,
Yes.
Jurgen Klopp. Right after the match, I listened to his press conference. Right. Again, someone who looks like he's really devoid of any emotion right now. The way the teams right now is the way they are playing is completely bereft of
Yes.
any innovation. They are no longer the same enterprising
No.
Liverpool, Joe. It's no longer because why? I told my wife, right, who's a big Liverpool fan, last 2 seasons or maybe 5 seasons back, they can play this game with 3 of the academies boys starting.
Yes.
They can tie Salah and
Correct.
Mane legs into just
Yeah.
one. They can actually ask Alisson to play with just one hand, and they will still walk out with all 3 points.
All 3 points. And you know what? The gameplay that Klopp has wanted them to play would have been implemented.
Yeah.
Because if you guys seen the League Cup, right? They played like the full-on youngsters. I think Dibs, right? That you guys played Liverpool youngsters and all this.
Yep.
And then they go on to play a few youngsters in all the cup games, and they had that same synergy and energy as the first team boys. Nothing changed, and that was pretty much worried. I remember one of the shows I came by and said that, hey guys, this is too much. How are they playing the young boys and they still walk away with the win?
Yeah.
And they literally destroyed the team. But right now, we're not seeing anything.
Well, I want to just say this. When you said they played the young boys a couple of seasons ago when Mane was
Aston
down,
Villa,
right?
Carabao Cup.
Correct lah. No. I'm not talking about Villa here.
Oh, not that one. Not that one.
Particular youngster, which particular youngster are you talking about from the Liverpool team that supposedly stood out during that period? Because if you're talking about 16, 17, 17, 18 or 18, 19, right? I mean, or let's talk about the season that they won and the season before they won, because that was
Two
actually
centre
their
backs. You know that
2 and 3 seasons ago. 2 and 3 seasons ago.
Williams, yes,
Phillips.
Yeah.
Nat Phillips, and Nico Williams in there as well.
Okay, Nat Phillips was because Van Dijk was injured and
Yeah.
Gomez was injured, right? So that was that 7-2 era lah. But
He
which
had to say it.
He's slightly more confident today, Joe. You have to
which
excuse.
but which youngsters came through for them apart from Nico Williams?
True.
I mean,
None.
no other.
None.
But right now, I
Maybe
mean,
Harvey Elliott.
Wait, maybe there's somebody they bought in, man. It's not something.
bought in.
Yes,
Yeah.
no, Harvey Elliott,
I think
Fulham.
with Liverpool, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's money, like what Papa Bear said. Maybe
Wait,
it's just
wait,
money.
Are we being too simplistic right now, both Zam and also Tips, right? Because every single time when they don't win a game, when they don't get the desirable result, we always say the same old stuff. It's because of money.
Money. It's because of that money.
Yeah.
No, money and I mean, I feel it's money and the injuries lah. I mean, I don't know
Yeah.
how Liverpool fans are gonna react, but the difference this Liverpool team has that which wasn't their last season was, I mean, they had money last season. They had their first team midfielders last season, right? One could argue that Trent is actually even dropping further down lah, in terms of being a defender, and Klopp should try to put him as a midfielder, but that remains to be seen because they don't have a right back apart from Trent. So I don't know. But
The
my
thing is,
friends were
guys,
saying that-
okay, how about we switch it around? Yes, they lost money. They sold money and they had a good deal of business to buy in and all this. But the thing is, they got Luis Diaz. And they got Luis Diaz. That boy kicked in straight away. All right. So if we are literally looking at, on paper, Luis Diaz, Darwin Núñez, and Mo Salah, I don't think so. Mane is literally
correct, bro. But
I don't think
Such
so.
a
He's the
big
missing
miss.
part. I
Yeah,
don't think
such
so.
but
It's the big miss.
but
It's
he's
the
injured.
midfield. Yeah, but the thing is, if you look at the
Diaz
midfield,
is injured.
if you had the
Jota is
midfield,
injured.
Jota, yeah, the thing is, injuries do play a big part in football. I mean, you have to flop it around. You need to switch it around. That's how it is. You can't just blame it fully on injuries and go on and say that no, we can't perform in the season. I mean, Klopp is God. he literally overtook. Come on, I've been hearing this ever since they've been battering United all the way. Anything, any wonders.
Every era has
Every
got to
era.
come to an end.
Yeah.
Fair enough, lah.
Look at
So
this.
if you
But
see
this
from
comes
that
to the
point of
moment
view,
where
where
I want to
Klopp-
say, I want to say, my
think
manager,
Joe chose violent.
my boss has said it.
He called it first.
Every era, he called it first. I want to use it. I want to use Mark's word. He loves to use this. He's watching it right now. I'm calling it. Eric called it. Every era has to come to an end. Pep's
Hey,
era,
but
maybe
Joe,
not yet.
Joe,
Maybe not yet
Joe.
because it's his mentor, you see.
Do you remember that when it was said that every era has to come to an end, right?
Uh-huh.
Do you know how Ten Hag was mocked for that at the start of the season as well, right?
Oh, yeah.
Who is this fella to talk
And
about
rightly
this?
so, right?
Fella,
And
yeah.
rightly so, right? Because why? They were saying, I remember somebody saying something. Oh, maybe Ten Hag was talking about his own era. He is actually ending for
Yeah.
sure his own era, which is Manchester United and Ten Hag's era. But little did we know right now, he is really referring to Liverpool's era.
Yes.
A bit of a miracle worker right there. You ask me, he was working with a crystal ball, bald-headed
Oh,
crystal,
yeah.
crystal ball that suits Ten
He
Hag really,
foresee
really
it.
well.
He foresee it when we won the Bangkok Cup. He foresee it. He knew in Thailand that era is going to end. And then he brought it back to England.
Yes.
All right, guys. But jokes aside. But look at this. That's what the thing. This is what he said. No more full metal football. It's become soft rock. The thing is, okay, they have injuries, yes, but that midfield, guys, I think that midfield is what that needs to be addressed. They have Henderson, they have Thiago, they have Harvey Elliott, they have Curtis Jones,
Curtis
but they
Jones.
don't really have that X factor kind of signing once again.
No, I agree with you, Joe. And I was watching the match, right? At any given time, I don't think there was enough penetration from Liverpool.
Yes.
Because when money was there, I think it's really unfair that we keep bringing on money. But you know what? Money was really the key difference here.
Yep.
Because I remember so many games last season when Liverpool were not at their best, somebody will come up. Somebody will come up with a last minute winner, and that guy
Yes.
will usually be that king of Senegal.
Yeah.
And that is Sadio Mane.
That's Sadio Mane.
Right,
Yeah.
he will always come in clutch, and that is something that has been missing from Liverpool. And that pure raw pace, man, that they have,
True.
and that strength, that brute force, he will
Yes.
force and barge his way in. When things are not going well, it's always Sadio Mane. And I don't know, man, because why? Maybe is it true that Mo Salah has been taking up part-time job, which is belly dancing in nightclub?
No, of course, Mane
Because
is black.
Ding-a-ding-a-ding.
Mane is black.
Is this why he's not performing up to task, Aizam? Because he has been taking up an additional job in belly dancing.
No lah. If you look at it, I think the investment was okay. Let's call it it. They can afford to buy Darwin Nunes when the money could have gotten the investment
Careful,
for the midfielder.
City fans talking about money.
Hey, of course What more can I talk?
Okay, go on. Sorry to interrupt you, my sire.
So you think there's like what you mentioned, like the X factor, like you sold money and then you buy Darwin Nunes.
Mhm.
Okay, what's the plan? What is the whole long term plan? Is it a panic buy? Are you banking on the fact, okay, we can let go of money, so we will see how Darwin Nunes will work, and then now you say, oh, the midfield, the injury, it doesn't make sense lah. It just shows that it's a gamble that Klopp and FSG took, and it's a bad gamble lah.
But in all seriousness, right? There are people or Liverpool fans who are slating FSG instead of Klopp, right? Maybe he doesn't want to open up the checkbook because it was very widely known that Liverpool wanted Kamavinga, right? And
No.
obviously
Tchouaméni.
Movie Madrid.
Aurelio
Oh,
Tchouaméni.
now owners probably.
Also many, right?
Now it's owners' fault lah. Oh.
Joe,
I
you
tell you,
choosing,
someone
you choosing
woke up-
violence, Joe.
Choose violence.
I'm starting to hate the
I
decision
waited
to be
4
set
years
beside
for
him.
this.
I'm starting to hate the decision right now to be set beside this guy. He's a raging bull tonight, Bull in a China shop. Remember that. Okay, guys, if you are watching us still, okay, don't forget, hang on a bit. We've got more to discuss. It's not just purely Liverpool because we are going to go around the clock.
No. It's going to be purely
Everybody
Liverpool
will be
for
covered
the
for
first
today.
round.
Of course. But Liverpool is always the best main starter for us, right?
Yes.
So
correct.
this is the best appetizer. So go on, tips. I just need to ask the question right now, right before we
Yeah.
move on to the next match, because we've got really a lot to cover for today,
a
Joe.
lot.
Looking at Liverpool right now, what is needed, and do you think they can actually just really properly now mount a challenge, not for the title, but to still have the discipline to actually finish top 4? I start with maybe tips.
I am going to call it, and it's going to be a very bold decision. I think Liverpool will not qualify for the Champions League this season. I think the likes of Man City, obviously, it's a given, right? And looking at how
Is it?
Arsenal is performing, if Arsenal can remain
Arsenal?
consistent, okay, United is on the up with how Erik ten Hag is playing.
United is on the up.
On the
Yeah.
You mean
What
it's
is
going to be
happening?
City, Arsenal,
What?
United, and Newcastle?
Newcastle, bro.
What is happening to this show? We come back all four, then suddenly we talk about this on the up and
Okay. And then you look at, I mean, I don't know about
Deepavali
Chelsea or
mode.
Spurs. I mean, Spurs, maybe, I don't know. Lah. Okay. Don't talk about them.
We'll
lah,
speak
but-
about it, right? We'll speak
We'll-
about it.
we'll- we'll speak
Noah
about
will
it.
not be allowed to speak
Yes.
about it.
You know, he's like Eeyore from Winnie the Pooh, the very sad. But so yeah, because of this, okay, you see how. I mean, okay lah, four spots for the Champions League, right? Okay.
Yep.
Granted, I think Man City is default; they're gonna qualify, so that's three left, right?
For sure.
And the teams that are fighting for this, the teams that are fighting for these three spots, looking at the likes of, based on the traditional six, you're looking at the likes of Chelsea, Arsenal, Liverpool, United, and who did I miss out? Spurs, right?
Yep.
And then now you add in the likes of Newcastle, so there's technically 6 teams that is going to compete for the 3 spots.
Mm.
And of the 6 teams, I think Newcastle, Arsenal, and probably United stand a bigger chance compared to any other team, unless Chelsea can somehow, sneak in with Potter. So I think Liverpool, mark this date, 25th, no, is it 25th?
Was it?
Yeah, 26th October.
Birthday.
Oh, no,
Is it? Oh, happy birthday, buddy, Miss
No, 25th
Amanda.
October, 25th October 2022, we'll revisit this date. I think
Okay.
Liverpool will not qualify. for the
2023.
Okay.
No, Liverpool will not. End of season. Liverpool
okay.
will not qualify for the
Okay,
Champions League.
that is a really strong assertion from Tips.
My man Dibs.
He is sticking his neck on the
Dibs,
line right
what
now.
happened to Liverpool? What are you
Hey,
I was never
yeah,
Liverpool lah.
Later we come. Relax,
Okay,
relax. Think of the past.
I was never
Every
Liverpool.
Deepavali, they regenerate their blood.
Of course. Festival of Lights, bro. We come out. of the cave,
Festival
we're
over
like,
already.
true,
Alright, this
true,
is a
true.
celebration of light over darkness, right?
Yep.
Okay, so Tips
Faris,
has already put his neck out on the line. He's saying that Liverpool will not qualify for Champions League.
Right.
And I just want to add a
Faris
disclaimer
going for
here. I just want to add a disclaimer before the Liverpool fanboys jump
It
the
has
gun.
nothing to. It has
Nothing to do with
Steven
Steven
Gerrard.
Gerrard, nothing to do with Aston Villa. This is me purely giving my own prediction
Guys, it is
as
a
a
disclaimer.
fun
It's got
tip.
everything to do with Gerrard.
When-
It's got everything to do with Gerrard, fellas. He's lying. Do not believe
Yes.
it. It's got every damn thing to do with Gerard.
Just because
Gerrard.
it's Deepavali does not mean that you start on a clean slate. We still have for your old records. Okay? When it comes to Liverpool.
you back all the managers, you have to back your managers, no choice, right?
You didn't. You did not. You did not.
We'll come to that. We'll come to that. All right, Zam, come on. Before we close shop on Liverpool finishing
we?
top 4.
It's only
Are we-
9:30.
No.
Okay, we
Right
gotta
now
go.
it's a brand new show.
Ah.
19 minutes.
Lucky at this point.
What?
All right. Zam,
What? 90 minutes?
okay. Do we actually right now, all right, can we speculate just a little bit? Do we see Klopp finishing the season together with Liverpool? And if he does, all right, what will be the eventual finish?
I think he will stay for this season. Finishing, I don't think they will qualify Champions League, but I think they make top 5.
Top 5. Okay, so they
Top five.
will just miss out.
They just
Ah,
they will just miss.
That's the easy math lah. If you don't get into Champions League, you top 5, then you finish 5th lah.
Yes.
Yeah lah, yeah.
Okay. All right, Joe, yourself. As a Liverpool lover, someone who's very fair, never biased, never biased before when it comes to Liverpool. All right. Liverpool finishing top 4. With that loss against Nottingham Forest. Because why? I feel like, Joe, sometimes as football fans, we get overly jumpy.
Yes, that's true.
And we want to conclude things really ahead of the curve.
Yep.
Because I look at Liverpool, if there's one team who can always mount a miraculous comeback,
That's them.
don't ask them about all their comebacks.
Yes.
Istanbul will come out.
All right, everything come
3-3, Olympiacos,
Yes, Olympiacos, everything will come out.
everything will come out, right? But then again, we got to be fair, man. If there's one team that's capable to actually pull rabbit out of
It's
their
them.
head, it's them.
It's them, yeah.
Are we
All
com-
banters and jokes aside,
Mhm.
all right, I love the downfall of them now. The fall of grace. I
Okay.
love it,
Right.
all right? I'm loving it, man.
I'm loving it.
You know the Ric Flair-
McDonald's sponsor us, please.
but
Is there a but?
McDonald's sponsor
we
us,
are
please.
just 2 injury recoveries away to being back to best. Yeah, so once their injuries are all recovered, I think they are back to being normal.
No,
like I
bro,
said.
but you see, that's the
think
thing.
they're back.
No, but okay, fine, back to their best, right? Once they get their injuries and all of that done, right? But isn't it a bit too far then to catch the top four? I mean, now they're already what 13 points, 12 points behind.
Nah, I don't think so. It's ever far, man.
No,
You
they've
tell
got 6
it's
points.
it's far to catch Arsenal right now. All right, but it's not far for the top four.
Let me just look at the table. You guys,
No. It's not far. It's not far. It's 16.
Sami,
Liverpool
we
is
never
16
asked you. You are by default.
He's reading the table.
Nah, lah.
He's
Okay,
reading
I want to follow Faris by.
Okay, Sam, what's the difference between fourth and where Liverpool are at right now? It's just a matter of what, 6 points? You're talking about 2
you got-
victories,
Yeah, so with one game in hand,
16,
correct, 6 points.
21, yeah.
and the
yeah,
game in
bro,
hand, of course, is against
Eh,
Chelsea.
16,
Look,
17,
I was-
18, 19, 20, 21. No lah, not 6 points lah. It's 5 points only.
You see, that's it.
That is just really low. It's really low.
It's just a matter of
Yeah.
Salah stopping
Because-
his part-time job.
Because Newcastle and Chelsea is on 21 points.
Oh,
but
yeah.
Chelsea has one game in hand.
Okay.
Liverpool is 16, one game in hand. So I think it's still not. I mean, it's
too
still
early, lah.
possible lah. It's still too early lah. To be honest
It's
with you lah.
still too early for top four, but first place and second place is a wrap.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay, I think it's
First
fair.
and second is a wrap.
You know what? If I'm a betting man right now, I will still have that sneaky little bet that they are still going to qualify for top
Yes,
four.
correct. I still
There's
feel-
something
yeah.
about Liverpool that they just don't know when they are beaten. There's something about them. But
They
maybe
knew
I'm
now.
wrong.
They knew when they were
They
beaten.
know they know against Forest they were
They
beaten. But I'm pretty sure right now, let's say January comes in and they
They were beaten
properly-
with a Jesse Lingard team. I
Okay.
just had to say that.
Yeah. But if they properly back the manager, if they get one good marquee signing in the middle,
No, they don't need. They don't sign superstars.
or they make them.
They
huh?
make them.
Hmm.
With that, we'll end the Liverpool talk.
Okay, all right, okay. Let's go with the next one. Because it was
We
not,
could go on and on in this, man.
because it wasn't only Liverpool that actually suffered the L. Right, there was another team. Not the one from the red half of North
Nah,
London.
no,
Joe.
no, no.
Not that one.
No.
Because that guy from the red half of North London, they don't know what is L. It's
don't know.
W or recently
Yes, correct.
D. It's,
Yeah.
But somebody
They,
is
The
they
L-
knew what Old Trafford.
They knew what the L is, lah. You cannot say you don't know what
You're
L
not
is,
supposed to
lah.
say that.
They knew where Old Trafford was. The L.
Yeah.
But let's talk about this thing, man, because we want to separate this into two different segments, Joe. I think it's only fair
This one
that we
cannot.
speak about the Victor first. Not Victor Sim, huh? Not Victor Sim, but we'll speak about Newcastle versus the Magpies, still flying high right now. They are just within a year shot away from qualifying for Champions League at this current moment, of course. Wait, they are right now fourth, right?
Yep.
They are now fourth
They're
in
fourth,
the
yeah.
Premier League table right now.
Yes.
Let's talk about Spurs, and then right after which we will just quickly transition into this one right here. Antonio Conte, the masterclass, the masterpiece, the missing piece, the guy that was going to bring Spurs to this dreamland of silverware. Has he been found out, guys?
I think with that, right, when the contest action happened, we'll probably hear from a Spurs fan.
We probably lah.
maybe.
But still, we won't bring him on live.
Yeah, no.
we'll just take his comments, okay? Yes, because he's just way too negative for us, man. Okay, let's go first. We'll go with Zam. Of course, Zam, the Magpies, man. Again, I spoke to Mark about this, right? And you look at all the big performances they have actually put up. I think they've been really unlucky, right? First one, I think, is the one against Liverpool at Anfield.
Yep.
They should feel really aggrieved and hard done by, because they I wouldn't say they got robbed, but of course the injury time was being extended way beyond its promise, which was about 7 minutes, I think, or even 5 minutes.
5 minutes,
so
yeah.
the game was being played into 7 or 97 or 98 minutes.
Yep.
And then Carvalho scored the winner. All right, and then everybody was just completely deflated on the floor. And then against Manchester United, Joe, you guys played them, man.
Yep.
They could have easily won.
They
the
would have
match.
easily won us. Yeah.
Again, another big performance away on the road.
But we were robbed.
Were you? Because of the penalty.
Yes.
Less of that, man. Not gonna hear you. All right. And then the next one, of course, right now, then they travel to Spurs and then they show their true colors. And you gotta remember, they got no ASM yet. All right, Saint Maximum still out.
Isak.
Yep. And then they had no Isak as well. Yeah,
Isak
Isak out.
also.
And I don't think Joe Linton was also at his flying
Hey,
best.
bro, their best left back is not there. So he's out. Matt Target.
No,
Oh, is
target.
it? Why is he
Yeah.
the best, Joe? Hey, why is he the best tip? Is it because he came from a certain club?
No.
player?
No. Not everything has to do with Villa, bro.
Nothing to do with Villa. Okay.
Not, I mean, they
We didn't say Villa. We just said Midland.
We say Midland, what?
We said Midland. We didn't say Villa.
Midland only Villa. All right, but then again, Newcastle putting Spurs to the sword. Of course. Hey, the funny part is, all right, Spurs were actually Newcastle were missing a bit of flair and creativity from ASM.
Yes.
But little
Yep.
did they know that
Ooh.
actually the Saudis bought another playmaker
Yeah.
and he's playing for Spurs. He goes by the name of Hugo Lloris. He assisted the goal of Callum Wilson, and then of course he had a part to play because of his, I think, clearance. All right, and then they recovered the ball and they went on to score the second one.
I heard that the Saudis were actually. Hey guys.
Lloris's first touch.
I heard that the Saudis were holding Loris, the loved one hostage.
No,
That's why.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so.
Loris right now, as we are speaking, him and Prince Salman right now, Shisha.
Oh
Sorbet.
wait, or maybe Pogba have done some black magic on Loris.
Or maybe.
Oh,
It's a
friends,
French
the friends,
thing, guys.
the
It
friends.
was supposed to be for Mbappe,
Yes.
but it took a bit of a turn.
Then
Went to
go
Loris. Okay, but let's talk about Newcastle and Tips. I remember asking this question before. I think that was the second episode, the third episode of the Big Focus. I asked this question: are we looking at Newcastle possibly breaking into the European party? If you all can remember, and then I think I was being shot down immediately. They say that no lah, it's way too early. It's way too early. But look at the table right now. They are there.
Remember, we also did say that Newcastle is a team to watch out for, and this season with the World Cup break coming on, and how the traditional top clubs will have players out, representing the World Cup. Newcastle may.
We are the.
It is the
top club.
truth. It is the truth.
It is the truth.
It is the truth. The traditional top six.
We only do this Saturday night.
So we did say right, with the World Cup break coming along, how
Okay.
players from the likes of like Newcastle and all of that
Uh-huh.
will have technically more rest. So I think that there will be no surprise if actually it'll be a surprise if they don't qualify for Europe, which means
Really? Yeah.
Eddie Howe might be
Eddie Howe
his job is in the line. His job is in the line, bro. If he doesn't qualify for Europe, the fact that he's done so well,
At the start, he
expectations
was
are up there.
anyhow.
Yeah.
Now he's
it's
anyhow.
Eddie
Now
Howe.
he's
The expectations is such. The expectations are so high for Newcastle right now that they know that they will qualify. They're probably talking about qualifying for Europe, and I think anything less will be a failure for them.
I
So,
don't
Eddie-
think so, Dibs. Their expectation is to qualify
Yeah,
Europe.
I don't think so.
though.
Yeah.
Bro,
I don't think so.
Have you seen Twitter though, bro?
It's still too early. It's still too early for maybe for Europa League or Europa Conference League. Yes.
It's still Europe, what?
It's Europe. lah.
It's still Europe, what?
Yeah.
It's still Europe, what?
It's about Europe.
Sorry lah. I
No.
think when we talk about Europe, I think it's
Because
about Champions top
you,
four. Is it?
you know what, right, guys? And also, we want to throw this. We want to open up the floor to everybody that is watching us right now, guys. Yes or no?
Yep.
Can Newcastle United qualify for the European spots? All right, it can be as low as the conference, all right, or even as high as the Champions League. It does not matter. As long as they qualify for Europe, that's good enough for us. So
Yep.
answer yes or no. We'll pick them up bit by bit. Will Newcastle United qualify for one of the European spot? Right,
Yep.
because if you ask me right now, if you look at those who are actually stuck in that bubble, right, you've got Chelsea.
Yes.
You don't know which Chelsea will turn up, right? They are still looking for their identity, and judging from how they perform against Manchester United, I'm still scratching my head, man. What is the brand of football?
Yeah.
What is the kind of football? I really don't know, but that is not the criticism of Graham Potter. He is just starting up, right? And then you look at Manchester United, it's a bit of a yo-yo club. Yes, they have actually strung a couple of really impressive wins.
Yep.
But as Joe right here will tell you, at times they wouldn't know which Manchester United will turn up for the match.
Yeah.
And you factor in all those little factors that's taking away right from Manchester United and Chelsea in terms of instability, a bit of inconsistency. Newcastle are the only club right now that have all the structures right for them. They've got the money to spend and they're spending it wise. And if you look at the fixtures pile up right after the World Cup, there's a second half of the league games to be played. They are not the least bit affected because Arsenal, United, and all the big boys, they have European to contend with.
Yes.
Right? Not for Newcastle. They can afford a 7 days rest and they can go again.
I'm going to throw in one more club. Fulham.
No lah.
Nah. That you see that. No, bro. I mean,
Wake me up when May ends. Tell you Fulham will enter
This guy is
European
takes,
Conference
Hey,
League.
say lah. Say Bournemouth lah.
No.
Don't say
Sometimes
Brighton
John
lah.
does it purposely so
Brighton
that
lah.
he slander online.
Fulham.
No, he does it for
Wait
the
for
shit
it.
and giggles
Wait
sometimes.
for Fulham.
Don't take him seriously.
Wait
All right,
for Fulham.
Joe, you're not supposed to speak. It's not about Fulham.
Fulham.
We are talking let's stick with Newcastle first.
Okay, let's
all right.
take Newcastle.
Zami, Newcastle right now, your fellow Habibis, right? Like you always see every single time when you speak to Sunil, Habibi.
They forget the room lah. They forget the room.
like what we're doing right now lah. Yeah,
Yeah
we're
lah.
just
Yeah,
across the room. All right. Yeah, do you look at Newcastle right now being one of the most serious contender for the dark horse when it comes to, of course, qualifying for Europe?
Of course, if you like what you mentioned, they don't have European distraction. They are grinding out results, winning games that on paper they shouldn't be winning. And once the World Cup comes in, I don't think they have a lot of players that will be selected for the national team, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
So I think they definitely they have the dark horse advantage in that sense where when the season restarts, they have the players that they will have players fresher, not affected by the World Cup. So I
Yep.
think Newcastle definitely can get Europe lah. But I think it's only about matter of whether they get that momentum or maybe Gucci boy suddenly cause jinx
Another player.
Newcastle player.
Another player.
I would love Gucci Boy to curse this guy, Sean Longstaff.
Anyway,
Oh.
in the private chat, tips as I just mentioned, I sense Noah is crying.
Let's just pick up what Loa is saying.
Okay,
guys.
let's go,
Alright,
let's go.
I'll start with
He's
this,
feeling,
okay?
he's feeling a bit festive
He
right
started
now.
off with this.
He
He was a
started
bit
with this,
happy. He was chilling a bit, and then he came about this. I mean, I did say before we are grinding out wins and wait till we start.
Joe,
losing.
wait. I had a chat with Noah
Okay,
just before the Manchester United
game.
game, right?
Uh-huh.
Noah, I told you I'm going to expose you. This is your time right now, big boy. Listen to this prime time, right? I said, Noah, why are you feeling so insecure? Why are you not confident that you guys can be the dark horse for the title?
Yeah.
Because you guys were just about 4 or 5 points away from Arsenal.
Yeah.
And then I look at the fixtures, I say, okay, maybe Manchester United will be the tricky one. But if you come out of that match unscathed,
You go full blast.
you know you can be unbeaten and you can have all 3 points until
Yes.
the World Cup. Right? Because that's the only big one. And then I said, Newcastle at home, that's a guaranteed 3 points, Noah.
Guaranteed. Yeah.
And then you know what he told me, Joe? I can smell the title. I said, I can smell the title. Conte is going to deliver, Joe.
Did he say that?
He did.
Smell-
On the
Are
phone.
you for
Noah.
real?
This
Noah.
is your time to
Noah.
confess. Alright? Confess, not to your phone, not your weekly confession, but this is your time right now to pink in one of the comment. I'll pick this up. He mentioned that yes, I can smell it, bro.
Say,
But
I
obvi-
never see that. Yeah.
No, he obviously had sinus problem because he was smelling it wrong.
Noah, okay, I understand that you kind of smell the title, but I don't know which title you're smelling right now.
It's definitely not the Rock that was doing the
It's not
smell.
the
The
rock that you're gonna
smelling.
smell, because all this jabroni shit that you're saying, it ain't gonna work, bro.
Smackdown Hotel for you, though.
Because
No, no.
Tottenham
You
was
see, this guy
smacked
anyhow putting
left,
words.
right, center by United
But-
and Newcastle.
But you see, this guy anyhow putting words. How?
No. I give you a chance right now. Do you believe me or do you believe a guy who just suffered an embarrassing defeat?
Yeah, I mean, come on, man, Noah. This is
Hey, okay. All right, so this is enough of Newcastle, right? Of course, they beat somebody. That somebody happens to be Tottenham Hotspur, which is not a surprise. They get beaten everywhere. They get battered everywhere they go, all right?
true.
But the question that needs to be asked right now is a bit of a pertinent question. Conte and his style of football. I understand pragmatism. I understand that he's more reserved. I understand that he wants added security. And I actually cracked
Is
this
it?
joke. You know, guys. Singapore's government, when it comes to the enlistment and the NS National Service Act, right? They have to relook at the program.
Yep.
Stop getting our young boys enlisting for army. Put them in the jungle, fighting a war that will never happen. All right? Put them into a burning house. Why not, instead of going for NS, go to Spurs, Tottenham training camp, because Antonio Conte is total defense day with him. Nobody goes to Amex Stadium, Brighton, and sets up 5 at the back with 3 DMs.
I was looking at like, what the hell has this got to do? And that's his
Koipe, Bentancur against Brighton playing at the Amex Stadium.
I remember Mark did this. Mark literally when the lineup came in, Mark was like, "What the hell? 8 defenders?" And I'm like, "Wait, what?
Yeah.
8 defenders?
Defenders, total defense day lah.
Yeah, it's a total defense day."
You
So
gotta
instead of going
understand.
to NS,
Conte is the Italian version of Gareth Southgate.
no, he's worse than that.
No.
He's worse than that.
That is why, guys. That is why. Rio Ferdinand, Roy Keane,
Uh-huh.
Gary Neville, my entire United ex-players that were screaming for Antonio Conte to be signed for United, or they were like, "Why are we going for Eric Ten Hag? We should have gotten Antonio Conte. He would have switched United around, just like how he flipped Spurs right now." Rata, boy.
Hey, and if any one of you ever wanted to have a taste of putting on 2 condoms, all right, in one session, ask Conte. 5 at the back, not good enough.
You put
Three CDMs. Ball boy also coming from the side. Also plays right back.
And the thing is, he
Somebody in the stands that looks half like a football player. Come in.
Exactly.
Defend.
And the thing is, to make it worse, he knew that his team was losing, right?
Yeah.
Instead of getting on an attacker, right, he bring in a defender for another defender. That was the classic. I cannot fathom that.
Oh yeah, he brought in Emerson. Doherty for Emerson Royal, right?
Doherty for Emerson Royal.
That's a master stroke. Master stroke
That's
of a move.
masterstroke.
Master stroke of a move. Okay, come on. All right.
No,
Enough of slandering Antonio Conte, because why? Hey, you look at his record, you look at his CV, right?
What CV? What record?
Defensive,
Total defense.
total defense day. Everybody on lock with Spurs. All right, you don't have to go for army, NS, all these put to the side.
All eras comes to an end, including Conte's.
Hey, but come on. Talk about Conte, man. To me, I also
I've
want
just wrapped it up.
we extend further. Right?
Why
After
couldn't
the-
we extend for the Liverpool section?
We did it already. We did it. That was 30 minutes for Liverpool. Alright. So we talk about Antonio Conte. Because I heard them booing, at halftime. I'm very sure some of us actually watched the match, right? They were booing the team. And then, of course, the result didn't come their way. Where do you guys stand when it comes to playing pragmatic football and then not getting the results? Do you then persevere with the manager because you know eventually he's going to actually finish beyond the finishing line? Or do you say, no, this is where I draw the line. I want entertainment because I know with that, with the style, with the good footballing philosophy and blueprint, the results will come eventually. Where do you guys stand? Maybe start with Haizam.
Here's the thing. I just realized that Spurs is third in the table.
Yeah, and that's the funny part, right? They are third in the table.
Yep.
That why are we saying that? Is okay. I think we being a third on the table, 12 games, pragmatic football, not exactly a bad thing, But then again,
Then
it feels that coming from an Arsenal fan, the biasness is there. But then again,
Jam, this is the same Arsenal fan who said he's got Spurs as his dark horse at the start of the season. You see?
Oh,
You see?
yes!
Are you
Oh,
see?
yeah,
You see?
yeah.
Instead
Now
of is
that I
Conte
feel
being
it.
found out, is Arteta being found out right now? That's
I'm
the
pretty
question.
sure I'm not the only Arsenal fan that has featured for the big focus, right?
Betul, kan? We know. We know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let's go. Haizam, expand on that, right? Yeah.
Okay, so the thing is that it's not exactly a bad start to the season lah. Like 3 games, like third on the table. Like what more do you want? Like Conte has never been attacking manager.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we're putting 8 defenders. Yes, is very pragmatic, playing it safe lah. But third on the table.
I am looking at this comment now. Now I want to
Don't worry,
know.
love to put it.
Noah did say that earlier.
No.
Did Noah really did say he can smell the title or
I
not?
swear. I swear, bro. I swear. Okay. Spurs third, K second top scorer.
see.
No.
Alex.
It's right,
Yeah.
It's right. Like right now.
Like right now, correct. Yeah?
We are shitting on Spurs so much, all right?
Yes.
And I'm guilty of it as well. Okay. And he knows of my stance on the kind of football that he's serving right now.
Yep.
But
Just lame, huh? A bit weird.
But the results, man, Joe, they are third in the table right now. Second top scorer, Kane. Although if you take away the penalty,
Yeah.
right, he's probably there.
It's still there.
There or thereabout. Okay, fair
Yeah.
enough. But wait, are we taking a big Mickey out of Spurs tips?
You are taking a big Mickey out of this.
Yeah,
I'm not.
you see, they've lost 3 games this season. The same amount of games United has lost, which is 3 games. The same amount of games that Liverpool has lost, which is 3 games. So why is it we made a Mickey out of Liverpool and Spurs and not United then, right?
Exactly.
Oh.
We lost the first 2 seasons and the first 2 games, and the whole world came down on us.
Bro, you know why? Because Spurs has
Hey.
given us so much energy.
Mark,
This-
correct.
I just
now,
realized,
Mark.
no,
Check your
I
head.
just realized
Correct.
something.
We lost the
know.
first 2 games and the whole world came
Because you guys
crumbling
cannot stop
down.
yapping about your 10 hug ball. The only ball was in Bangkok he found, and that's not
now
between
now
the
they
legs
found
of a
out.
guy.
Now they found out. Now they knew what's Tang Mak football. Eh?
Ah.
Mark, Tang Out ball, hashtag.
This is a shitstorm.
Hey, Mark gets excited even by a simple set piece, which is a throw in.
Yes.
No,
All right,
you
Dalo
see,
picks up the ball, takes a proper throw in,
Yeah.
10 hug ball.
Yes.
I just want to say this, right? Noah, if you're watching this show, you need to chill the fuck down because these guys are still third. Okay, you've got 23 freaking points. Whether you can smell the title or not, you are sitting there in third position. So calm your tits, Noah. And it's fine. fine. I was thinking, what the hell? I look at table, I'm like, they're bloody third, and they've lost 3 games. all season.
Yeah, man. I don't think so. It's a time to panic, lah. It's a
And
time.
that's why I didn't want Noah to actually come up, right? Because he actually would not only cry, right, but he will be hysterical right now. So I didn't want to risk our show being
I mean,
banned by
if
YouTube.
Man City was third, losing 3 games, and Haizam is crying, I understand because they are used to winning the title. But
I have a bone to pick right now.
You mean
Remember when
spending money and
community
winning
no
They
community
used
shield
to win title,
Haaland missed.
not anymore,
No, no,
not
no.
this season.
No, I think we all are shit stirrers lah. I remember that time when community shield Haaland missed the open goal. Haaland's a flop. Haaland's a flop.
Why are we turning this into a Haaland conversation?
Zab, Haaland is
Who's
not.
lah, you all,
Yeah,
eh?
This is
No,
not
no,
about
no,
only Haaland.
City
Like,
and Haaland
we
is
are
not the
we are
topics
shit
today.
I
talkers,
didn't
bro.
prepare the posters up.
Yes, we never prepared the content for today.
Doesn't matter.
Please,
I'm gonna bring it out.
Haaland,
All of us chose violence. I'm gonna choose violence.
Okay, guys. But then again, okay, before we go on, all right, last one on Conte. If you're looking at your team and your manager serves that kind of cold food on the table every week for you, and then if the results
Sack lah,
not
sack lah.
coming, sack.
Sack.
What about Zam?
Sack.
What about yourself, man? Would you persevere?
Don't sack lah. Third in the table, complain
Sack
about
lah.
what.
Then hire Gerrard, huh? Sack and hire Gerrard.
yeah, but I'll be back.
Okay. So Tips will be back. All right, because why Noah is knocking on the door.
Yes.
Noah is knocking on
Knocking
his
on
door,
the door.
and he's a nice guy. All right, he's nice enough to actually pick it up. All right, last one before we move on to the next agenda. United play the Big Six, Joe, already. By
Yes,
the way, good
correct.
luck to Chelsea and Spurs. 2 game weeks from now, United will be third.
Yep.
Hot take.
And probably second as well.
Nah, cannot be second.
Can lah.
Cannot be lah. All right, let's go on to the next one, guys. Please keep the comments coming in.
Yeah. Keep it coming, guys. Keep it coming.
If this is a restaurant setup, right? We had the appetizer just now, all right, which was Liverpool. That was a delicioso.
Yes, delicioso.
Marvelous opening for
Marvelous.
us. And then right after on, okay, we had the first main course. And that was, of course, Conte and Newcastle United.
Yes, yep.
Let's go on to the third one, Joe. Of course, we are going to report on big clubs only. Okay? Big clubs only. We are looking at this one. Oh, no, not this one, not this one. Not this one. No,
What
this
the
one.
face
No,
like
no, not this one. Not this one.
Hey.
Because
Hello,
we
hello.
are just going to speak about did we upload the Casemiro?
Casemiro!
Where's Casemiro? Is this
What's
Casemiro?
happening?
Oh, no, Casemiro. No, this is Liverpool, Joe.
Oh,
This is
that's not
Apa dah? Hello.
Alright, let's go.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls from Brazil, the man. Oh, that's Brazil.
Salah dah.
No, we did not actually put up.
Zami, you did not.
Zami, you had one job,
Hey,
Zami.
put lah.
You had
I
one
put
job.
out lah.
Okay, never mind. Let's put up the poster right now.
I have.
Okay, so
It's
Joe,
coming out right now. It's coming out
Joe,
right
like,
now.
we are going to talk about the boring draw, man. 1-1. Who knew? If you ask any betting man right now out there, if there was one popular scoreline, it was definitely 1-1 nil, right? But who
Yep,
knew?
yep.
It was going to be another
We
1-1.
were supposed to win that game.
Yeah.
That first half, United tried to do some silly tiki-taka Barcelona shit.
Mm.
We were trying to pass inside the penalty box.
Mhm.
I don't know why. I don't know why our boys started to do this. I think they got over-exaggerated. They got overconfident.
And Ten
they
Hag
got
ball?
too happy.
Ten
That
Hag
Ten
ball.
Hag ball, supposed to be
Ten Hag
played
ball.
on the other side of the football pitch.
Ten Hag boy.
They were playing his balls in the penalty box. Like, my boys forgot that football you can actually shoot.
Uh-huh.
They thought, you know what? You pass, and then you bring it to
No, they
the
play,
half-
then finally shoot.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Ruin orgasm.
Yeah. They forgot.
All right, but then again,
Lit,
let's talk about Manchester United, and then of course we go on to Chelsea, right? Because I watched the match, of course, in full. I'm very sure the rest of you guys did as well.
Yes.
Bar Haizam, okay. I look at Manchester United; they should have run away with the match in the first half.
Yeah.
They were not clinical enough, and that has, of course, be a recurring theme for Manchester United, Joe.
Yeah.
In all seriousness, yes, you could see a bit of defensive solidity.
Yes.
You can see a lot of structure at the back.
Yep.
You can see a bit of playing pattern. But when it comes to crunch time, and that is to actually finish off the job, Manchester United right now, they simply cannot do so.
They can't. And we are looking at two good managers right now
Mm.
who are probably the next tacticians. I think they are there to take over. Arteta is another level. lah.
Level as well.
another
Premium
level.
as well?
Premium. He's
Premium,
premium. He's
okay,
premium with Pep and
Pep,
Klopp.
okay, right.
Yeah. Because you know why?
Mhm.
Potter knew what was going on. I don't see this happening in world football usually. You know?
Mm.
He
Yep,
knew that something was going on. I need to make a change all he did was he brought on Kovacic.
And that was an early
Cucurella,
change. That was an early change as
35
well.
minutes, no?
Very brave.
35th minute.
35th minute, guys.
35th
Very
minute,
brave of him.
And that first attack itself, they almost scored.
Very brave.
The moment Kovacic came in, he came in between Fred and one more. I can't remember. Threw the ball in, he passed it down, they almost scored. And
But
that
you
was-
see, and that wasn't the first game as well. I think it was the third game in a row that Potter has done that, where he brings in a
Yes.
sub
yeah,
before
correct.
the first sub is even over. So the next question then lies then, why would you have to do that? You just started these players, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean,
No,
that's
no.
how managers usually do. They,
Tips.
they want to start with their
You,
strongest.
you have to prepare yourself,
Yeah.
all right, for that kind of move, because I tell you, in your new manager, he
He
always does
always
that.
does that.
He will
He
always
always
make
does
that
that.
kind of change. I
Yes,
tell you.
correct.
We'll come on
Before the first half.
before the first half.
Before the first
Yeah,
half.
all of these new stuff.
Probably
I need to
the
adapt to it.
the 20th
I need to
minute
adapt to all these new
I'm
stuff.
not gonna cap. All right, we got Alexander as well, who is an Arsenal fan. Ask him. He will always make substitution even before first half, because he knew at that moment he was fucked. He
Yeah.
knew that. So if you
But
think
then again, that makes it that makes them a good manager.
no, it,
as well, in the
it
sense
depends,
that
right?
they
If you
can
some, if
identify.
you're, yeah, if you're someone who looks at things right
Yes.
with half cup full, you would say that, oh, that's positive, man. It shows that he has
Yes.
that he has that temerity, he has that confidence, he has
And
that
that
courage.
changed the game for Chelsea.
It did,
actually.
but-
It did.
But Tips also made a very good point. It raises a lot of eyebrow.
Why can you start
Yeah,
with that?
are you getting
why
it
can't you-
wrong?
yeah.
Are you always
Yeah.
getting it wrong? So what's happening right now? Is it you're not getting the right information from your staff? Are you getting, are you underestimating, or was it a wrong call?
Or maybe
From you
there
yourself.
could be a lot of other things, like Kovacic is not fully fit.
Probably, yeah.
He
which is
probably,
true,
and
yeah.
he only want to use him for probably the last 20 minutes to game change. And then right now he knew, shit, no, I can't hang on,
Yeah.
because United were rolling past Chelsea. at the point.
What I was thinking, to be honest, right, was I think Potter wanted to test and see how United was gonna come out of the gates when the game started, considering how they've been, I mean, they've been playing pretty well. I mean, off form or not, or consistency or not, they're still United, right? So I think maybe Potter wanted to test the water and see how they were playing before he made that tactical sub as well.
Yeah.
Could
Yeah,
have been
and
that
both. I think, and Eric got his subs spot on as well for this game, and everything he did right. The
Yeah, how long
only
we never do? How long we never do show already? Why you ask me now? Why Chocolate
Yeah, why-
go to Chelsea?
Chuka is vinegar, no, in Malay.
why Chuka goes to Chelsea.
All right, but I really want to take this one. This is a really good one.
Oh, very nicely done.
It's not often, Joe, that Alexander speaks.
comes in with this.
Yeah,
Yes,
he usually
correct.
he does not make a lot of sense, but tonight he decides to be really proper as a man. He says that the decisiveness to bring in Kovacic shows the quality of Potter. It immediately swing
Yes.
the game back into Chelsea's favor. Zam, the inability or the indecisiveness from Ten Hag and his boys not finishing the game off.
Yep.
Do you think that this will actually bite them in the back one day, and it could probably mean that they do not finish in the top 4 position?
I don't think so lah, because I think this game,
today he
because I
positive.
watch highlights.
Today,
Of course lah, today positive lah. New positive
Pep,
lah.
Pep Gina, but Eric
Ah,
Ten Hag.
yeah.
How could you forget?
The one, the two ball hits like that.
No ball hits lah. The ball hits of Manchester.
Never heard
No,
of
but
Pep
if you
ball,
know, Pep ball. Okay, to jokes. Okay, like you see, the thing is that I look at it. I think this is the first time that United is not playing double pivot, right?
Yes.
Were they playing so
No.
I think you for sure United
Only.
so for sure that United
Ask Liverpool.
as Liverpool lah. So the
Villa.
thing is that with Pep, with United, I think they wanted to win. They definitely want to win, but I think the finishing touches were not there lah. The killer final third is not there. So, but then you see with Chelsea's formation, in a way, is that counter attack thingy. Pot thought that can beat
Oh
Ten
yeah,
Hag
Potter
twice, but-
beat Ten
Yeah,
Hag
in
once.
Brighton,
Yeah,
right? In
Brighton.
Brighton,
Yeah. That's
The first game of the season.
So it's
yeah.
wait, is Ridwan gonna turn that into a trophy? You can only beat us once. Trophy.
Harry Potter.
See,
It's a personal issue.
Tristan just see it best lah. Is the finishing lah.
Wait,
Is the
Did you guys also hire the legend, which is Benny McCarthy, to
Yes,
sort out?
yes. We hired Benny McCarthy, boys.
Then Benny should be sacked. If that's the quality of finishing, Benny should be sacked.
No, it's slowly. It takes time.
Holy
I
lah.
think you all should bring him on as a sub. Him and Tom Huddleston.
Yeah, I think he will do a better job than Anthony Martial or whoever's the striker for United right now.
Slowly lah.
Eh,
slowly.
Quinton Fortune.
How
Quinton
many
Fortune
of us
also around, right?
knock United off the Champions League?
Yeah, when he was playing against you guys.
Exactly. So
Now that he's
we are
coaching
coming
you,
back to that. We are coming back to that.
He's turning you into Blackburn Rovers.
No, he actually turned Marshall into that, but then Marshall got injured.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah.
Okay, all right. Martial coming back.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly, Mark.
Ah.
Exactly.
All right. Anyway, this guy.
Ronaldo.
Okay, let's talk about the greatest football player that's ever kicked a football. Cristiano.
He's playing in PSG, what?
Oh, done already, is it?
Messi, right? Greatest player ever kicked.
Hey.
No, you are Pepsi. Okay. So right now, let's talk about Cristiano Ronaldo. Because last week we were supposed to talk about it, right? But
Yes.
we missed the boat. But hey, I think when it comes to Cristiano Ronaldo, Joe,
Mhm.
there's always a good time to speak about him, man.
Yeah, sure.
There's never
Have a drink first,
Have a drink first.
Have
All
a
right.
drink.
Okay.
Have a drink. It's always about the book.
Cristiano Ronaldo, him doing what he did, all right? Because I remember Roy Keane, all right, with Gary Neville. He was setting off. He was on fire. It was an absolute
Yeah.
carnage in the studio.
Yeah.
He said that match was screaming out for a finisher, and you don't get a better finisher right now in the business
Ronaldo.
than Cristiano Ronaldo,
Wow, I was screaming up.
right? Because he was banished from the squad, whether wrongly or rightly. There's something that for us to discuss, right, boys? But let's go back first to the point where he got banished from the squad. Okay, and I'm gonna take this. For me, I'm not gonna condone that. Nobody gives you the prerogative to do what you did as a player, as a football player, especially when you're playing for Manchester United. It does not matter who you are, the name that you carry on your back, the badge at the front should always be respected.
Yes.
Right? But don't you think right now, Manchester United, they have been the making of this problem because they didn't get rid of him, right? And then I want to go back to Ten Hag's comment against Manchester City. At halftime, 4-0 down, he had the opportunity to bring Ronaldo in, but he said that out of respect for his career,
Mhm.
I didn't want to do it because it would be an embarrassment. Okay? Now we roll back the tape to against Chelsea, or was it against Spurs?
Spurs.
2 minutes left on the clock to make Ronaldo come into the pitch. Don't you think that's a mark of disrespect as well for a player who who had a really good career, right? Really rich in terms of what he has won for the club and also just personal glory. Don't you think that's a bit of a disrespect as well?
No, I don't think so. Football is still a team game.
It's football,
you're
bro.
never better
What
than
is this
anything.
about disrespect and respect?
No,
Even if it's 2 minutes or 3 minutes, I think the additional timing was 5 minutes. So he had a total of 7 minutes to have played the game. He would have scored one goal in that shitty Spurs
No,
defense. He would
but
have
you
scored-
see,
he would have
in
scored a couple of
in this scenario, right? I think what Ten Hag did when they were losing 4-0 against Man City, or what he said was not right as well. Why would you say out of respect? I mean, it's fucking football. It's a team game. It's a 90-minute game. You make changes. So what do you mean by out of respect? I don't want to bring Ronaldo into the.
Yeah. For me,
Like,
it's at
You're,
that point,
you're managing the club. You're not managing Ronaldo.
he kind of
Likewise.
wrong in that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ten Hag was wrong in that, and likewise. So what if it's only 2 minutes plus additional time? If your manager calls you upon to come to the team, you do that, right? Even if you're not happy, do a kappa and then stay around, and then just don't walk out of the stadium. So I think, I mean,
No, but
yeah,
I'm fine the way Ten Hag is handling Ronaldo. He's really fine. He's literally handling Ronaldo. You are a squad player. That's it.
yeah,
You are not a goat. Nothing for me. No, for me, you are a squad player. You come in when I ask you to come in. You play when I ask you to play. You sit when I ask you to sit. You eat
correct.
when I ask you to eat. Simple as
But
that.
but then again, you see, to put it this way, right? I think where An was coming from. I mean, yeah, what Ronaldo did was wrong. You don't condone
Yeah,
it.
it's wrong. It's wrong.
But then again, do you think this could have been spurred on or fired on, or even like this was fed to him because of what Ten Hag comment earlier against City,
Yeah.
where he said,
Yeah.
I don't want to bring him on out of respect. So what Ronaldo did was wrong. He should not have done that. But then again, Eric Ten Hag saying out of respect, I don't want to bring him on. But then you bring him on the 87th minute.
Yeah. Right.
So
You
that
get
is
my
where
point.
Eric Ten Hag is at fault. Yeah, I
Yeah,
get it. But that's where Eric Ten Hag is at fault.
Yeah, you've got my point, man.
Why would you want to say that and then expect him to come on in 2 minutes? Obviously, you know Ronaldo. You know that he is a goat. He is.
He's not gonna like it anyway. So why do
He's
it
not gonna
even?
like it. So you give this excuse that when we lost to City.
No,
but
I
then
don't
we-
think so. It's an 88-minute thing. I think that he wanted to come in earlier. It could have been earlier. Yeah, because if I'm not wrong, I don't know, Mark, if you're listening to this,
He warmed up, right?
he warmed up and he was supposed to come in probably 75th, 80.
Mm.
It was between this timing he was supposed to come. He didn't want to come in. And then and Ten Hag said, warm up again,
Yeah.
and then I'll bring you in again. And that's where he just walked out.
But you see, that's in a game of football. When a football is a 90-minute game, players do warm up here and there. And it's the manager's decision when to bring the player on, and for whatever reason, right? Why still walk off? If that is solely the case, because he warmed up, so was told to sit down, warmed up, told to sit down, then entirely why did he walk out? No player is bigger than the club.
True.
But in that case,
And the thing is, I don't think so. There's any disrespect here. I don't think so. There's any bad management here. This was one of the best management that I've seen.
Yeah, no, I agree.
In the
I
longest.
agree.
I agree. Yeah, I
Yeah.
agree. No, but I think don't get me wrong, right? It could probably be semantics because I don't think Ten Hag, because the way he speaks English, you can see and you can hear that he's clearly translating it from Dutch
That's
and then to English. It could be just probably he got lost in translation when he mentioned that because of respect, he didn't want to bring on Cristiano Ronaldo. And maybe really and truly, he really meant it from his bottom of his heart. He really meant it that way. But because of semantics and because right now we are trying to make a meal out of it, or maybe at least I'm doing so because I'm a content creator, that's why we want to have this conversation, right? But Cristiano Ronaldo and whatever he has done right now, Zam, if you are the manager, if you're Eric Ten Hag, since you love him so much because you have been defending him to the hill, what would you do with Cristiano? The curious case of Cristiano Ronaldo.
Look at this way lah. It's a power play. If Ten Hag didn't say that, Cristiano
Power play or
Ronaldo
ball play?
power play lah, ball play can lah, ball play.
Power play.
No, but if you look at it this way, right? Okay, if Ten Hag didn't come out with that statement, right? CR7 or if even his PR team will make a meal out of it, because you see right now as it is, right? Ronaldo wanted to leave.
Yeah.
United doesn't want to release him. It's already there's something simmering.
No club wants him, bro.
Really?
No club wanted
No,
him.
I thought Chelsea wanted. I thought Chelsea the.
I thought Chelsea told
Tuchel
Boli
didn't want him.
Both Boli wanted him.
He wanted but couldn't get him.
It's okay. It's okay. We got Haaland. Haaland.
Sorry, Zam. Sorry, I just had to.
No. You chose violence today.
Yeah, I took violence too.
He did
Yeah,
against
so-
Tena as well on Facebook.
Say that.
we shall not talk about it later.
Okay, Zam, but back to you, man.
Okay.
You mentioned that.
So if you look at it, I think Amin said the best. With how Tevez is the manager, if you don't respect the manager, right, it doesn't matter whether you're a world class player or what. If you don't respect the manager, your professionalism goes out the window. And the fact that if you come out with that kind of statement, right, it says something is bubbling beneath, underneath the water, because on the surface, no one knows what exactly is happening. But it's so clear cut that Ronaldo doesn't want to be there anymore.
Yep.
It's very clear cut.
Yes.
But the problem is that United, the management or even whoever doesn't want to let him go because of the commercial reasons. Because he's arguably the best United player in modern era now. So
No,
I think it's just
that title belongs to Danny Welbeck. For what he did to United in the end.
yeah. No, so I think look at this way the problem is this if Ten Hag needs the respect, right, to build that respect, he need to do this unpopular decision unfortunately. And I think fans have to respect it.
Do you think right now Cristiano Ronaldo really has that tinge of respect for your Ten Hag? Do you think he respects him as a
I
coach?
think now he knows
Who's the
Ten
boss?
Hag, he knows who's the boss, and he knows
Yep.
Ten Hag ins business.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like what Tristan just said, I agree.
The thing is,
He thought,
Roy Keane can go on and defending him, dude.
Yeah.
At that point in time, when he was a captain and a player refuses to come about, I probably I can confirm he would have hold his shirt.
Roy
poke
Keane
his
will
face.
be in jail right now.
He would be in jail right now. Yeah.
and Ronaldo will probably will be in
and
the
the thing
hospital.
is, one of Roy Keane's phrases that he said, "No, why bother about it now? You need a player like Ronaldo to be playing, so just let him play and deal with it later."
Later, yeah.
What do you mean by deal with it later? When Solskjaer had some issues at the point in time,
Yeah.
you told Solskjaer, "Oh, the players are throwing him under the bus.
Mm.
You have to deal with it now and now." But when it comes to Eric Ten Hag, some manager who's got no affiliations to you,
Yeah.
you decided to he's not handling it properly,
Yeah.
blah blah blah. Dude, please.
No, and I told this, Trish. I actually spoke to Mark about
Yes.
this. In fact, I spoke to Mark yesterday. I said to Mark, I think that Roy Keane is a walking hypocrite because when he was
he's the biggest SOB as well.
he would
Bloody cow.
have given a rocket, right, to maybe
Big
Cristiano
time,
Ronaldo. He has
yes.
given rockets to so many players who has done lesser than Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yes.
And remember when he slated some of your players live on MU TV, and that eventually got him the sack,
yes.
right? Because Fergie said, "You don't do that to my players.
Yeah.
You don't slate them on public record.
On public,
That's
yes.
my job to do,
Yeah.
not yours."
Yes.
Right? So now, Trace, I did that. You can
And
actually
to
ask
make things
Mom.
worse, right? Roy Keane actually did screw Ronaldo up in a game. And there was this open goal that Cristiano Ronaldo, I think it was 18 or 19, he missed it. And Roy Keane literally scolded it big time. He even said, "You're a fucking twat, fucking prick."
Honestly, Roy Keane is
Ronaldo scored, right? He scored that game.
Uh-huh.
And he didn't celebrate. And Roy Keane was like, "Move on. Just start the game on." Yeah,
Okay.
come on.
Roy Keane is a prick. He's the biggest prick in football, I think. I mean, he can't manage. That's why he doesn't have a job.
All becoming a prick these days.
He can't manage. That's why he doesn't have a job.
He no lah. To be
he's
honest
a
with you,
horrible
he's like
punditry.
he's our era Graham Souness.
Oh yes.
You know.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
you
You're
realize
right.
that or not? He's our era Graham Souness. Like he talks like as if he is like the angel, the angel
Godsend.
of
Godsend.
I
football.
think that's the
Yeah.
problem, Nuzam, when you have been the alpha for way too long. You cannot
Yeah,
accept
correct.
the lesser job.
Yes.
You cannot accept that you are now lesser. You are no longer the
Yeah.
big dog,
Correct.
right?
Even
you want to
Graham
be
Souness, yeah.
Yeah, Graham Souness. He's always talking about him as a player.
Yeah, because you see the thing is that he will always have that mindset that, oh, as a player, I did what I had to do,
I did this, I
I
did that. Yeah.
I did
Over
this, it's like talking back about your history of as a player. But the thing is that you are no angel yourself. You left United on a very bad note, and then till today you are not. You have that
Not
vendetta
talking
against
to Ferguson, right? Yeah, not talking to Ferguson.
So like, come on, like just chill, even if you look at it, I think United fans should realize that if he didn't tackle Alfie Haaland, right?
He's going back to Man City.
Guys, let's go offline.
Guys, okay.
No. But
I
the
open
thing
up
is that
another session.
with Roy
I'll
Keane,
give you the link now.
No, but he's
No.
making a good point in this.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah. But if you look at it, Roy Keane is the modern era Graham Souness. He talks shit, but didn't realize that his era has passed.
True. To sum up this, guys,
Mhm.
I think Ronaldo thought that Eric Ten Hag will crumble.
Yes.
He thought that the upper management will crumble when he
Yes.
did this. But little did he know, when he got suspended, thrown into the under 21s to train
With Tom Huddleston.
with Tom Huddleston. And I think
That's the biggest embarrassment.
That's when- yeah.
With Tom Huddleston.
that's when he knew shit had hit the fan.
That's an achievement for Tom Huddleston training with Ronaldo. Picture him training with
You know, but Twitter went mad. I was looking at some of the tweets, right? I of course all came from All Bibles and 12 Men Corner Street. Some of the tweets that came out dissing Ronaldo coming to under 21, gold, man. Oscar award quality.
Solid.
Some kids suddenly coming out with the skills, and then there was a young Ronaldo on MUTV showing some kids how to do a bit of a flip flap.
That was not the
That's-
best. The best was Ice Speed.
Oh,
Speed.
speed! Yes.
Oh, I
He
see.
went mad. He went mad, like under 21s, like for reals, like Ronaldo.
I tell you, give it a few more years. Ronaldo will be training with his own son.
I know. Right? Speed. If by chance you watch our podcast, mate, we would love to have you. on
And
the
we
show.
know you're a king, man.
Yeah,
we know you're a king.
Full-on king.
Tristan saying.
All right,
After-
you'll see all the apologies from his socials after the suspension. It freaking embarrassed him. CR7 has finally met an alpha manager. He's not only
He's not a mate.
he's not your man.
Yes.
I like that from Ten Hag, man. I really rate that quality of Ten Hag.
Exactly.
I really like it. All right, so guys, let's move on to the
Dibs.
next one.
Eric Ten Hag is a Rajini. நல்லவனுக்கு நல்லவன் கெட்டவனுக்கு
Ketavan.
கெட்டவன். He's good to the good, bad to the bad.
Okay.
If it's-
நான் ஒரு தடவை சொன்னா.
We could have done it.
நான் ஒரு தடவை
Oh,
சொன்னா.
Raj-
நூறு தடவை
Rajinikanth.
சொன்னா.
We could have done it in English, and I would have understood.
It's Deepavali week, guys.
Okay,
Come
all
on.
right, fair play. All right, on to the next
Hey.
one. The not so important match of the week. Of course, this one because we
See you guys
Not
next week.
important.
It's a wrap.
Okay.
Arsenal
We,
punished.
the show is
Bye.
ending.
Not so interesting of a topic. Let's not
Guys,
waste our
The
time.
branch is cracking. The elephant is dropping.
Elephant is still top of
Slowly
the tree,
it's
man. Elephant is still top of the tree because we are not sitting on a branch. We are sitting actually on a real concrete. All right, but it's just
No,
become
it's a branch.
from
now.
the front angle. It looks like a tree.
It's a branch.
It's
now.
look at the branch, but it's actually made of bricks. Right?
Elephant is struggling.
Okay. Of course.
Boy,
Punish for a bad half because no, I was really disappointed, Benjo, with the match. Because you look at the balance of play, we should have been out of sight
The
again.
referee conditions.
That one we will speak
Yes.
because guys, we had a brand new segment today.
Yep.
All right, it's all about refereeing decisions
5 minutes.
in 5 minutes time. All right, so we are going to bring one of
Cantona.
Singapore's
Cantona.
top referee, Joe. When you talk about legendary referees, this guy's name comes to mind
Yes.
straight away. Top referee.
Somebody calls him the colony of Singapore.
Yes. Some people
But
call
he
him
doesn't-
Colini, some
but
call
he-
him Colina,
Yeah.
some even KNN.
I was
Kanina.
gonna say that. Some call him
In
KNN as
Chinese,
well.
yes. So he will come on later on to speak more about the decisions. But look, I try my hardest, right? Every single time not to blame the referees when things are not going my way.
Yep.
But this guy, the referee on that day itself, he's really testing my patience, man.
Yes.
He's going to break my principle as a man because whatever he has committed, that is criminal.
Okay, we leave the referee decision.
Okay, but
Let's come to the gameplay. of
the game-
Arsenal.
the game.
Yes, correct.
the goal came out of the blue.
Yes.
Nobody expected the goal. That was
Yeah.
their one shot on target.
One shot on target. Yeah.
We had full control of the game.
Yeah.
And
You
just-
guys did not concede any unnecessary
No-
free kicks,
nothing.
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 That would have been very detrimental. So gameplay was spot on.
spot on, yeah.
Was spot on. But finishing. You
Finishing,
guys did not finish off just like how United was.
Gab-
guys said-
Gabriel
numerous
Jesus,
chances.
Zam. Now I understand
Why you guys sold?
why you guys were willing to let go of Gabriel Jesus. I know at this current moment, okay, I think it's a bit unfair for me to completely dunk his face into the mud, but he has not been scoring for the last 5 matches. He has been missing easy
Yes,
chances.
Very one.
And when you look at live score, when every single time when Man City's score counter goes up by
Ding,
one,
ding, Erling.
Erling Haaland.
Ding, ding, Erling.
And it's chalk and cheese, right? That is
Erling.
definitely the defining difference between what gets you the title and what gets you the Pretenders Award.
Yes.
Because I look at what City has right now, Joe, in terms of the firepower. They got that one guy, he can actually smoothen the edges, and you just need him. That's it.
Mhm.
Clear as day. This guy's gonna finish his chances. But I mean, with Gabriel Jesus, people are coming out with him as Lacazette, man. They say that he's the Brazilian Lacazette right now.
Oh,
I know they're going a bit overboard right now, but I'm slightly worried because he's not been scoring, and if he's not, then we rely too much on Saka.
yes.
And
You can't rely too much on Martinelli.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And
Ah,
plus-
man. Now want to come in.
we can't.
That's now his Newcastle want to come in.
He can really. Yes. Okay. Anyway, Sunil, if this is your chance, actually, right now, to say anything about Newcastle, we are going to allow you to air your opinion about it because we have already moved past Newcastle. All right. So we just talk about 5 minutes tips about Newcastle. Just 5
We just
minutes
said your
enough.
comments. We just said
Nah,
your comments.
nobody was commenting anyway about Newcastle. But that's the worry right now I have for Arsenal. But hey, they're playing Nottingham Forest right now. Perfect time for them to bounce back. But if they don't, scary times. Not for you guys, for me.
Yes.
Scary times. Okay. But Joe, we have pretty much covered all the big matches.
Oh,
Have we?
yes.
Somebody won 4-0, right?
We don't need to know that.
That one no need, huh?
Okay.
Against Brentford, no, huh? No need, huh?
Who won a
Alright, but guys,
phone,
It's a rebound
Let's
effect.
let's
okay.
You
let's
break
go
up
on, right?
next to the go-to, it's a rebound.
Oh, rebound effect,
It's a
huh?
rebound.
Okay. So why not right now? We have the pleasure, Joe, to bring in the top referee, the creme de la creme. You're talking about the Harvard. You're talking about the Yale.
I mean, it looks like Cantona now.
He looks like Cantona. He has had Scott McTominay's haircut.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's bring in. Okay, this is a brand new segment. This is what we call the referee's watch. Look at that, Mike Riley. Do you miss him? No. They look like, hey, we've got Mark Riley in the studio. Hey,
Eh?
you look out for who, Mark?
For who, Mark?
For who, Mark?
Huh?
For who?
For coming on as a ref lah, Java.
For coming on as a ref. Tim actually asking not doing Gerard.
Yeah, I think brutal lah.
He said the last. You know
Might
what?
as well,
that's
might
the
as well,
last.
might as well I do it here. Might as well I do it here.
Topic. We'll end it off. with
Man
the
was
Cantona.
genuinely
Might as well.
scared that we would actually neglect Villa.
Might as well I do it here.
Hey, Mark. Referee's watch, man. I know we got a lot to cover. I think 3 or 4 big talking points, right, Mark?
Yeah, man.
Let's talk about Arsenal just now.
He also referee.
He also referee.
Yeah, actually true. Yeah.
Women's wrestling.
Yeah, lah.
I remember you guys would have said, right? He was a referee. Mark, you say he's referee, right?
Is
He
it Mark?
was.
He was.
He was, yeah.
But, hey, but Mark, I mean, a lot of guys, a lot of Napshot Studio fans, they know you as Mark Horsegate, the guy who is really completely and utterly deluded when it comes to Manchester United and his
Yeah, he
opinion around the game. But talk to us about the other side of you, man, the referee side of Mark Riley. Come on. How did you get started? Right? Be your Twitter referee lah. How did you get started? What got you into refereeing? And how many games have you refereed, man? Come on, let's go.
Come on, hit the book.
I think up to now, I think it's around 2,000 plus games. Social games and everything.
How did you get
So-
started though? I am very sure you didn't grow up with Colina's poster, man, pasted all over your room, right?
Oh, it was damn random, man. I think last
Was
time
it Mark
before I joined NS, I was like 82 kgs, man. Then like I saw this advert on the newspaper, right? Referee basic course. So I went to try it out lah. So since I play football, why not try out refereeing? It should be quite interesting lah. So I joined refereeing,
Mhm.
and then
Which,
different
wait,
games lah.
which year was that again?
1993.
2010.
No lah.
2000.
And then so you saw the ad on newspaper, and then that got you trying out for it. Was it a trial? What was being required out of you?
You have to go through every referee in Singapore has to go through a 4-day course, 8 to 5.
4 days course.
Oh, this
I
is
think for us is $125, right?
Oh my god.
outdoor,
How much? $125?
outward bound.
Sunday. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 4 days.
Hmm.
Oh wow. Mark, can you just show us what are the tools that you have as a referee, man? Like show us your
Not the one that's hanging and dangling between your legs, Amar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ah,
All right.
Mark,
Ah.
flip it around.
Nothing lah.
Like how do you write down the yellow card numbers?
No,
and
Mark
all?
usually don't take out the cards. The cards will be in his vehicle.
Alright, man. Wow.
Okay, Mark. So
Sunday is the card,
in terms of just purely the number of games, right now on top of your head, how many games do you think you would have?
You two never pay attention, right? Buto, he said 2,000 games just now already.
Oh, he said
Ah,
2,000
you
games.
having
You
your
know why not?
Yes,
You know why? Because sometimes when people are lying, he will just block out.
Because we were still in the midst of reading the comment that says that you guys are not doing the Villa thing.
All right, so 2,000 games. Mark, one of the best or the most high-profile match that you have actually refereed.
Valencia CF in Singapore.
Oh,
Mendieta, man. You still have the picture.
Okay. Throwback to the time when my brother was fit. Throwback this day. Okay, don't mention Colina lah. He came out of retirement just to prevent Everton from going to Champions League.
So now I put on my referee jersey. I have to talk about decisions and be
Yes.
impartial lah.
Of course,
No,
you want to.
jersey behind.
No. Scrap whatever that you have behind. All right.
Hey, don't scrap that.
That was wallpaper, right?
Put it one side.
Or put it one side. Okay, with respect lah. Okay, 10 hard ball. Okay, but Mark, let's go on to the Southampton versus Arsenal. I think the biggest contention was definitely the penalty shout that was not given to Jesus. It was not even being looked at, Mark. Right?
Yeah,
Kaletaka had his arms all around him. If you were to
Hugging,
play
hugging.
wrestling, right?
Yeah.
That is a grapple. That's
Same
a
thing like
that's a grapple
McTominay.
move. That's a grapple move, UFC style. He actually banged him down. And then when Jesus asked him, why didn't you give me the penalty? He said, oh, you should have actually gone down first just now when he first put you. But because you stayed up, that's why I didn't call for it. Mark, your take as a referee, man.
Well, I went through the laws of the game, which they call it, not the rules, the laws
Yeah.
of the game. Right? So what came out was this it's for the Kalita car incident, right?
Mm.
The defender starts holding an attacker outside the penalty area and continues holding inside the penalty area. The referee must award a penalty kick.
Okay.
Yeah,
So he
and
did not. He clearly did not.
he clearly
right?
did not, but to me, the way Gabriel sold the decision by falling too late wasn't much convincing either. I mean, if you're a referee, you want to call that, right? Then after that, everything you got to answer.
Okay.
So,
So
is it a penalty or not penalty?
yeah, so is it a penalty or not a penalty for you? If you were the referee.
To me, you can give, you should give, but the way Gabriel sold it, it didn't help in your cause.
Okay. So, Joe, I want to move to the next one, right? That has a lot of similarity to it in terms of the offense committed.
Yes.
And that was Scott McTominay.
Yeah.
Right? Same thing. He grappled the guy down to the floor, right? Immediately, no second thoughts, right? Straight away, it was a penalty. How different was that one versus Kaletaka on Gabriel Jesus?
I think that was from the corner, right? Then the ball came towards the Matomi and the guy he grappled. Who was it? I forgot. But
He was
went to that direction.
striker.
Wait.
Broga.
Armando Broja. Wait, is that not normal though? A bit of argy-bargy in the box?
No, but that is fine.
But
I feel that is
Tommy
fine.
held him all the way, and Broha went
Yes,
to play
correct.
by falling when the
Yes.
hand was still on. So Broha knew how to.
And
Play
the
that
worst,
foul.
Mark, and the ball was played towards McTominay is there.
Yes,
And
that's
the
why the
ball-
commentator
yeah,
said
that's the
that
worst
if the
thing,
ball
yeah.
went behind, right? It
If he
wasn't
went
a
behind,
penalty.
no penalty, right? Yes, correct. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
You don't need to be a referee to know this, bro.
Okay, all right. And then let's go on to the next one. I think this is a big one, man. I think tips also, I probably want you to chime in as well. Callum Wilson, all right, collected into Hugo Lloris. I'm an Arsenal fan. Of course, I was crossing my fingers saying, please do not review this. Please allow this to
They
happen.
reviewed it, huh?
Yeah, but Joe, to be honest,
Lame as shit.
if I'm a Spurs fan,
Nah.
I'll be shouting out foul, man. That's a foul on my goalkeeper.
No, but the thing again, Mark, I think let's do this. That was the first touch of Loris. Loris was not trying to clear
No,
it.
wait.
He was trying to control it.
But don't you
He
think?
lose it.
But don't you think that anywhere else on the pitch that would have been given as an offense, as a foul, because you clattered into somebody, right? Take away whether you get the ball or not.
Mhm.
All right, you clearly bang into him, and goalkeeper, they are a really protected species.
Yes. But I think not anymore.
why was
the
it
moment
comment?
you're out of your line,
Yeah,
I think that's where the
correct.
protection stops.
So you see, even the commentators said that no, goalkeepers are so much protected these days, it may not go Newcastle's way, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right?
But
Yeah.
he came out of his box,
Yes.
right, to
He came
challenge that ball. So I don't think Callum Wilson was. He was I mean, his acceleration is such that he was running as well. So it was just unfortunate that the two had to bump into each other, and Callum Wilson got the better of it, and he just struck the ball into the net. Initially, I thought it would have been called off, but when they were having the replay, Loris was challenging the ball as well. It's more of like a 50-50 in that aspect. If Loris was in the box, it's a different case, but he was outside his box. So I don't think that there's anything wrong with that goal.
And Mark, and no, that is a really good point raised by Tips. Does it also matter the territory where the foul has been committed?
Well, in this case, not exactly. So what I brought up from the book, right, is all players have a right to their position in the field of play. Being in the way of an opponent is not the same as moving in the way of an opponent. So when Loris hit the ball over Wilson, right, Wilson was just right in front of him. So Loris, what he do was he tried to play the foul and just clash with Wilson. But what can Wilson do? If he moves to the side,
Yes, correct. And it's very standard. I think Zambi, we can do this. Haaland's first goal against Brighton, right?
Yeah, good one.
That goal. Yeah.
He completely shoved that guy to the side. It was Luis
Yeah.
Dunk, right? And he's a
Yeah,
unique.
Luis Dunk. Yeah,
He
the body,
just
the
completely
body lah.
bodied
He
him
just
to the
bodied-
side. And
Bury him now.
I don't know, man. From me, when I look at it, that's a tad too aggressive. I don't know about you guys.
Yeah.
It looks like he really meant the push. And if that was a body check, I really don't want to go into a ring, right? The hectagon ring against Erling Haaland.
But he has been doing that for quite some time, right, Haaland? If you look at his games, does have that
He did it to Ruben
tendency
Diaz
to,
as well last year
Yes,
against
yeah.
Ruben Diaz in the Champions League. He completely bodied him to the side. But Mark, when it comes to physical contact, right, especially you talk about just shouldering somebody, where do you really draw the line? Because I know some referees would have called that as a foul. That was a bit
Hey,
too
but
aggressive.
I went to watch again, right? The
Ah.
contact was side to side, so it was 50-50. Any contact, right, from the shoulders, which is just behind, right? The contact behind, but you hit the guy's shoulder, but from behind, right, is still a foul. But what Haaland did was
Side to
he
side.
was in a battle with Dunk, right? And when he ran out, it was side to side already. So when he gave that shoulder
So-
punch and Haaland was on the acceleration, right?
So it's kind of a side swipe lah.
50-50.
Okay. So if it's side to side, it's okay. We are learning something new, man. Today,
I'm learning
guys.
something new,
Yeah,
yeah.
side to side, that's okay. If it's
Side to
if it's from to back, it's a bit of a dance move. Side to side, no
So
problem.
remember, in futsal,
Mm.
side to side.
Side to side.
All right.
It's
Not when
okay.
you go
Some
in
players,
front
what they like to do is they
Like
like
what
to
you
use
did.
the shoulder and bang the
Oh,
opponent from behind.
Listen, God.
And then they call it 50-50. It's not. You have
Okay.
to be side to side. Yeah.
And then the next one I want to talk about yesterday's match, West Ham.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
The tackle. All right, the career-ending tackle on Skamaka.
Yep.
He didn't go down. He stood his
Stood
ground.
his ground.
Right? But that was definitely an ankle breaking tackle. The starts were really high, okay? But they mentioned that no, they were not going to review it because Kamaka stood tall in
Yeah.
that challenge.
And it's bullshit.
And this is the question I want to ask again. Do we really want to give the encouragement, the impetus to the attackers to really fall down and roll around like they are mortally wounded?
Yeah.
Because if you
But-
don't do
but
that,
you see, that's what happens, right? I'm sorry to interrupt, but you see, that's what happened. What you look at what Mitrovic did against Douglas Luiz in the game, right?
oh yeah,
He
that's
didn't-
another one, yeah.
Douglas Luiz didn't headbutt him. Both, in fact, Mitrovic went towards Douglas Luiz. Both had
Yeah.
their chests bump off each other, and the fella started rolling down in the face.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's what they want, right?
And they got him, and they got him red carded, right, Tips?
But he was rescinded, lah. But yeah, he got him break.
Yeah, but in the match, that's why I'm asking the question, right? Do we want to actually now encourage attackers to really take up acting classes so that they understand when to roll and do it in such an exaggerated manner so you can actually convince the referee to give you that call? Where do
See,
you go
that's
about?
the dangerous precedence, right? that
Yeah.
players have to act out to get a foul. But
Yeah.
I don't understand. Skamaka's that tackle was all day red from Lerma.
Right.
But
And
Mark Halsey did say that Skamaka did Lerma a favor by staying up, because
By staying
Skamaka
up.
was brought up that way as a striker. We discussed like Luca Toni, Skamaka, Italian strikers, they don't fall easily.
so
Even
now you can be blamed for being strong and being honest, right? But then but if your team wins the match, fair play to you.
If your team loses,
Then it becomes a talking point. Oh, why
Yeah.
didn't you go down when you
Yeah.
feel
I
the
mean,
slightest
it
contact?
wasn't the same said about Gabriel Jesus against Southampton, where the referee told Jesus that you were on your feet for far too long. If you had gone down earlier, you would have gotten the
Yeah,
penalty.
like I don't get the message
and
that's
the
being
game,
sent.
and United Newcastle, Sancho's.
Yeah, that was clear as day,
If
man.
that was a penalty, then Bernardo Silva literally kicked the Brighton player, and then he went down.
I think that's
So
why
that-
they try to say you have to sell the decision to the referee lah.
Yeah, I think you have to
Mm.
sell. I think the way Bernardo Silva sold it was really nice. He did it in a very nice manner.
I still want Alcacer if we have Premier League. All right. Okay, Mark. So, in terms of all the refereeing decisions over the past week, game week 13, what was that one call that if you're a referee, you'll be talking to him, tell him straight into the face, bro, you got that absolutely wrong.
Skamaka, Lerma, Skamaka, man, that was so dangerous.
Dangerous, huh? And of course, it was not being reviewed as well. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
So that's the referee's watch from Mark. Okay, Mark, stay on with us because right now we are going to
Dangerous
go.
first.
no need to change jersey. All right, we're not talking about Manchester United anymore. You stay as Mark Riley. I love Mark Riley. I don't like Mark Horsegay. Okay, less of that.
But
Okay,
I want Mark House again.
don't want lah.
I
But-
want that Mark House again.
Okay.
to come
Before,
on.
before we go to the dessert, right? Should we ask this question first so that everybody can participate in this, and then if we have time, we go through the last segment.
We have time.
If we have time, lah.
I think we got no time.
Bastard, child.
Because it's now good night already. It's now good night already. It's no longer good evening.
Okay. All right, let's go for Snapshot's Player of the Week. Guys, please, this is a time for you all to actually rain in with your comments. We want to pick out the best, right, Zam? I think because starting from next week, alamak, change clothes already, yeah?
Oi.
Oh,
Lah.
hold it.
Mark, you know I can remove you permanently, right, Mark?
No.
Guys, you know what? Tell your friends, tell whoever watches us on a regular basis because starting from next week, we'll be coming up with a brand new program that to win prize money,
Yes, correct.
you just need to watch us.
You just need to watch us.
Just need to watch us.
Just need to watch us.
All right, so that will actually drop next week. Okay, so for today, let's make the comment section all lit up. It's Deepavali anyway, guys. I need more energy. I need more.
You know what's
comments.
going to happen in the comment section, right? The United fans are going to say United. The Everton fans are going to say Everton player.
But
The
it's okay,
Chelsea,
Dave.
likewise.
I mean,
yeah,
this show is for them, right, Tips? This show is for them, not for us.
true. Yeah.
We are just the server, right? We are just the server. Okay, but guys, let's go on. I want to take on the best. Today, Zam will be given the honorable task to pick up the best
Yes,
comment. All
go
right,
for
for
it.
this segment, Zam. But we'll start off with Joe, Snapshot's Player of the Week,
James Madison.
James Madison.
James Madison. I think he has been far left off of the hook. I think a lot of people have forgotten him. But this season, boy, oh boy. And I still can't believe Southgate have not selected him.
Player of the week, bro. Player of the week.
And the thing is, yeah,
He's going with the season.
He's going with the season.
He's going the season. He go season.
Who's
He go FIFA 20 season already.
Who was the one who celebrated Deepavali?
He got the entire G song. Player of the week. He go play for season.
Yeah.
He think,
I'm just saying.
he
like,
think this is S League, 14 games.
player of the year. I'm just saying, like, World Cup is coming.
Oh,
The consistency that James Madison has been putting out.
he deserves a shout.
He
Not only a
deserves-
shout, he must be in the
He
squad.
must be in the squad. We are talking about Deepavali. He has been lighting it up since the start of the Premier League.
Hey, you forgot
And since the
that
start of
Southgate
the week.
manages England, right? He probably bring 56 right backs.
That's interesting. Dibs, your player of the
Yes, Tips, come on, Player of the Week. Of course, guys, don't forget to put it in the comment as well. Your Player of the Week,
week. Yes,
all right?
we'll catch you from there, boys.
Okay, let's
Oh,
go.
mine is honestly, I have to say, I'm sorry if it's biased. Leon Bailey. I can't believe I'm saying this, but Leon Bailey.
What,
quick
was, the,
information.
was it the only match you watched this week?
That's the only
No.
match.
I watched almost all the matches.
Okay,
but,
this is okay. Never mind. Zami,
Oh.
next you. What's your
but you got to see it. The Villa
Leo,
game, I
but
watched-
you've been going on and on about him for being hopeless.
yeah,
Ah.
but and
Can't cross, can't dribble.
and exactly why I said player of the week. Unlike you, player of the season. Bro, you listen right now, okay? Yes, he has
What
been
did Leon
horrendous
Bailey
since start of the
do
season.
this
He
week?
can't dribble, he couldn't score, he had no pace. What the hell was about him? And then I watched
Uh-huh.
the replay. I didn't watch the game live because I was busy, so I watched the replay
He never watched it.
yesterday. Okay, the Villa,
Hello,
who they
police.
did
I heard
Brentford, right?
somebody's lying. I heard somebody's lying, police.
He said
I
he
swear I
watched
didn't watch live lah. Buto
Oh, that
Sunday
didn't
was Eve lah. Okay, and you know what happened?
Uh-huh.
Tweak of formation. Bailey from the right, he was played on the left.
Okay.
And you go and watch the highlights. The fellow was running the
He did
game, the
wonders for
pass
you
to
guys.
Watkins and the goal that he scored. So
That's
I
the
think
Dalam creme.
of the week is Leon Bailey.
Your Bailey. Okay.
Leon Bailey.
All
Okay,
right.
fair enough, fair
Not
shot,
not
fair
not
shot.
be, it's never about Villa.
It's never
Remember
about Villa.
that.
It's all about Gerrard.
It's never about Villa. Mark Riley, come on. Player of the week. Don't tell me Jadon Sancho, Mark, because that guy has never left Dortmund. He's still in Germany anyway.
Or is it Michael Oliver?
Lah,
Oh, I call you.
Player of the week for you, Marky.
it's the man with a cap.
Oh,
Dean
Dean
Henderson.
Henderson.
Because when was the last time Liverpool didn't score in a game, man?
Mm.
When was the last time Liverpool didn't score in a game?
Mark, if he wasn't playing against Liverpool, Mark, would you have given the honor to him?
Okay, I was trolling. Actually, who I would give to was Tielemans.
He was
For the goal of the season. Tielemans that goal. Wow. Oh my god.
Oh,
man.
Tielemans,
I was
a
waiting for this
rocket,
goal, you
man.
know.
A
Enjoy
rocket
it.
from outside the box.
I'll give it to Tielemans.
Okay, Yuri Tielemans. Mark, would you consider him because why he has slightly gone off the boils
And then he came back now.
starting from off the season because they said that he's not going to extend his contract. His head has been spun. Would you take a gamble on him?
No, but the point with him, the funny running style and his off days,
Hmm.
up and down.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Right, Zami.
Zame, player of the week. Right now we got a couple of guys. Guys, come on, we want more, man. We only have
more.
3
There's
players
a-
of the week.
Yeah,
Zami,
three.
go for it, go
Come
for
on,
it.
we want
And then
more.
we'll pick-
Okay. Mine will be Saka. Granit Saka.
Rani Shaka.
You know why? I feel that the fact that he was stripped of the captaincy, and then people thought that he's going to leave Arsenal and to where he is right now this season, right? And especially this week, I feel that he is the redemption story. If you look at redemption story, man, redemption. So this week for me, Snapshot, the player of the week for me,
Granit
Him.
Xhaka. And for me,
Granit Xhaka.
it's got to be another midfielder, not Granit Xhaka. Yes, he has done wonders for us, but I have to give this to Bruno Guimaraes.
Oh yeah, man, that boy.
He
Oh,
covered
he was solid.
Every inch and every blade of the grass at
Yes.
Tottenham Stadium, all right? And it's a huge pitch. If you look at it, it's a really huge pitch. And you look at the amount of running he did that day, the amount of pressing, boy.
Boy, that was absolutely. He was all over the
I
park.
told Mark,
All over the park.
Manchester United could have done with him.
Yeah.
Arsenal could have done with him. Man City could have done with
Yes.
him. Liverpool at this current moment
Would have
They
loved
could
to
do
have
would
him.
have loved to have Bruno
Oh my
Guimaraes.
God, Bruno and Liverpool is like, imagine Fabinho,
Yeah,
Bruno, maybe Thiago. Oh my
Habis.
God, habis,
golden
bro.
era, second title.
Yeah, boy. That's not gonna happen. Let's take us some of the
Yes,
comments.
Bruno Guimaraes for me.
You must look up this comment. You always mention the Iwobi masterclass.
So Mio feels that it's Casemiro. I think
Casemiro.
Casemiro has been consistent all this.
That
time.
was the only contribution he had throughout the whole 90 minutes.
Joe. This week, again he go all season.
Not this season.
Oh yeah. Sorry, guys. okay. This week.
But it's okay. It's his opinion.
Oh, it's his opinion.
You got to respect.
Yeah,
Okay,
like
it's his
Casemiro.
opinion. Casemiro.
He feels Casemiro's goal was the important.
Okay. The all important goal.
All important. Same like how Papa
Okay.
is.
Actually, yeah, we missed
Iwobi.
It will be honestly. I mean, it's a different
fire,
movie
bro.
as well. Yeah.
You know
Yes,
why?
yes,
Because he woke up and then he realized, hey, my
chose
uncle
violence.
is actually JJ Okocha.
Okocha.
Let's do him some justice. He just realized.
it this season.
Because the mom has been hiding the family portrait.
True. And one more guy, this
Gigi Amron. Guys,
Amron.
can we talk about this guy for
Yeah,
a bit? Just
please.
for a while. All right. Ever since that
Gucci
watershed moment,
boy.
that watershed moment where a certain Gucci boy decided to actually just take a piece. It was a piece take,
Yes.
right? And he was definitely bantering between him and his other teammates, which we also do. In fact, in our WhatsApp groups,
Mhm.
it's just that we don't expose them
Yes.
usually, right? So why are they taking it so seriously? And this Miguel Almiron, where was he the past however long he has been at Newcastle?
Who was he first?
He came from the States.
Who
bro.
was? He came from
Wait,
the
Who
Atlanta
he-
FC.
Atlanta, yeah.
Mark,
Mark.
United.
What do you think has contributed to this brand new Almiron that we are watching right now?
I don't know. I have to give it to Eddie Howe, right? The way he improved players.
Yeah, boy.
It's not surprising what he do at Bournemouth to improve attacking players and his style of play.
Yeah,
This
tips.
is
Almiron.
I think he's in contention for the Ballon d'Or.
Player of the season already with James Madison. Come on.
No, you see, that is why I didn't say Almiron as player of the week, because he has been doing it for the past few weeks
Yes,
now,
correct,
right?
yeah.
So, so
It's not flash in the pan, huh?
I don't know what got
buy
into him. I don't know what got into him. I think like what Mark said is probably the Eddie Howe's coaching, lah. But then we thought that they're going to miss St. Maximin, but this fella is making up for it.
How's the weather below Arsenal? It's still -1 as well. Still top of the league. Okay. Hey, wait. Have you
Let's
checked
go.
this out? Dean Henderson.
He played himself back into the England World Cup. Yeah, I think this one game was more than enough to show that this guy should be in the World Cup squad.
All right, and then last one, Almiron. Almiron appears when Eddie transformed him. That's why. Okay, all right. Guys,
Let's
do
go.
watch us next week.
Do watch us next week.
Yes.
We have
Signing off, your boy Steven. Mark.
Guys, stay on because of course
That's the preview.
we got the lamb shank biryani, Joe. This is the main event.
This is lamb shank with fish, with mutton, with chicken sambal. We write down the side. This is the main.
Yes, this is the main one, right? What's next for Steven Gerrard? I think it's okay that I've been sacked, but I'm going back to my Scouser roots. It's okay,
I've been
for
in
Steven
Rangers for doing
Gerrard.
this for many years.
I've been
and
winning a lot of trophies in Rangers,
Villa Board was not really been backing me up for months and months, and now I'm doing this.
All right, go.
Bro.
Let's go with Steven Gerrard right now. Tips. Nothing
Well,
that
I
I'm about to say right now will be a revelation to you because you know my stance. As soon as you guys were being linked to Steven Gerrard, all right.
You feel it was the bad move, not the right
Yes,
move.
I set my stall out really early,
Yep.
really early for this one. I say, Tip, I'm sorry, this is not gonna work, and there were many variables. I don't want to go through over this again. All right, but I hate to say it. Is the favorite three letters, or rather, it's the favorite 3 words. I told you so, or is that's 4 actually? I told you so. Okay, Steven Gerrard. Yes, that's 4 actually.
Yeah.
But let's start with Joe. Dude, let's go with you, man. Steven Gerrard. I remember when he came rocking with Aston Villa at Old Trafford. Phew, the internet
The
knelt
2-2,
down
Coutinho
because
score some more.
he was flipping something and then he was
Flipping,
walking.
the walk,
Oh,
the
the look, and then people, and then the fanboy.
the coat, the
Steven
shirt, the belt, the
Gerrard!
shoe.
He always does it at Old Trafford
Oh,
anyway.
What was it? What was the comment? He crumbled the fans. The fans
Yes.
were terrified.
Just the state of Steven Gerrard is enough. Hey, that sounds more like Thai than it is for Scousers, huh?
He
Right,
did
but
that at Everton as well, what?
he did that with the
Last season,
swagger.
Swagger,
He has
yeah.
that swag, man. He has that
He
swag.
took a stare all the way.
Swagger.
But what have you made of his? What is it? What's now a finished career of his at Aston Villa? What do you mean of his whole stint
Pathetic,
at
bro.
Villa?
Pathetic.
Finish career in
horrendous.
Aston Villa, finish career in football lah.
Oh,
Football.
Tips. It's
What?
not about Villa. It's
It's
never
about
about
Steven
Villa.
Gerrard, what?
Steven Gerrard is no longer with Villa, so it's not about Villa already. Okay, it's just about
give
Steven
you my
Gerrard.
When Gerrard was appointed first, right? The fan base that was jumping and going wild was not Villa. Was the Liverpool fan base.
Ooh.
Yeah, it was the Liverpool fan base. You know why they were saying that it is the best signing for Villa
Bro,
because
bro,
Gerrard is going to
you
take them for
forgot
next
this, bro. Audition for the Liverpool
audition.
job.
Correct. This was the audition for the Liverpool job.
A certain someone even said, right?
who?
What did he say?
Name
Gerrard
him.
is too good for Villa.
Name him.
Huh? What? Villa pool? Your Villa my ass
Didn't they say
pool.
that Gerrard was the pool? It's because of him that
Coutinho came in.
Coutinho came
World
in.
class.
Leon
Enjoy it while
Bailey
it
came
lasts.
in.
Enjoy it while it
Enjoy,
lasts.
enjoy it while you wow, this one was chala.
Yeah,
Enjoy
I
it
remember.
while
No,
you
enjoy it while it lasts, and that's it. That's what they were like really really happy because I understand Gerrard was one of their favorite players.
Yeah.
But the thing is, we are judging Gerrard based on his managerial credibilities and
And-
capabilities.
at Rangers.
Yes.
Rangers.
I mean, you see,
Even Solskjaer did wonders in Molde.
me as a Villa fan, obviously I will be optimistic and I will be excited that we bring in someone like Gerrard. I think anytime a new coach comes in, the fan base is expected to feel such, right? right? Because
Go for it.
Go for it.
Dibs,
Don't laugh.
I need you to slender that bugger.
yeah.
All right,
No.
slender him.
Wall up.
Okay, guys,
Wall
guys,
up.
listen,
Eat him up,
okay,
guys.
listen,
Because
may it
wait,
be,
10:41, 1 hour 41 minutes, so that you know how to edit. Right?
Okay.
okay,
Okay.
yeah. You
Alright,
see,
let's go.
may it be Villa or may it be Chelsea or the Arsenal, whoever, as long as when any team gets a new manager, there's a fresh air of optimism. There's a
Correct.
fresh sense of belief that hey, this can be done, right? So that is what we all had when Gerrard was appointed. And yes, we had that goggles on even when Anwari said, this is not going to be a good appointment because I mean, like, come on, if for us it is the name, it's an upgrade from Dean Smith, right? The type of players he can attract, the caliber of players, right? Yes, we knew he came from Rangers, but that is us. We are Villa fans. We as fans are expected to, behave that way because that is a fresh air for us. But these Liverpool fans who come in and have the entitlement that says, "Oh, we're going to start supporting Villa now." Fuck you. Okay, they're going to start come and say, "Oh, Gerrard is too good for Villa." Fuck off. What happened to that? Okay, and he's a stepping stone for Villa. Gerrard is at Villa because the stepping stone for Liverpool job. You guys were too fucking cocky 1 year ago because you guys were a big club. Just because you're a big club, it gives you the right to be cocky. Huh. I'm glad that Gerrard failed. Seriously, screw the Liverpool fans who simply said he's too good for y'all. He's a stepping stone for you guys. Oh, it's because of him Coutinho came. And what has Coutinho done? What has Coutinho done?
Translate.
Hair pulling.
Okay.
So,
okay?
I mean, don't come and give me the crap that you guys, Gerrard is the best for you. No,
Mayra Pudina.
I can have that sense, the fresh air of optimism because I was a Villa fan. We get this new signing. Just like with Unai Emery, any Arsenal fans going to come and say, yeah, it's okay. Emery is coming back. Emery is managing Villa. I will give him my support. It is a fresh sense of optimism for him. Whether he
You
fails
get
or
that,
not.
There's no such thing as Gunners Villa.
Yeah.
No. Whether he fails or not, that is secondary issue. Primary issue, if he can do 1/4 of even 1/8 of what he did with Arsenal or whatever, I would bloody take it, right? But instead of saying, like, oh, he's too good for you, seriously, maybe you guys deserve more 7-2.
He's on Diwar, not Diwali. He's on Diwar. 30 seconds. Rekat Gerrard, remember?
So, come on.
I think he was trying to implement like
I'm going to support Villa like Tom Hanks. Lol. And then we've got this one. Villa have fresh air, man.
I don't have
Villa have Aston Villa with love. And then we got
and I don't think it's Ghana's Villa anymore. I think it's literally, unfortunately, Villarreal because
Villarreal.
yeah.
He's not going anywhere, actually.
He's not.
He's just managing Villarreal in claret and blue.
Claret and blue.
Yes.
he went from Villarreal to Real Villa now.
Claret and blue.
At this rate, just fucking bring Stevie back to play in midfielder. He can outperform the current midfielders we have now put there. Why is everybody now on this little rage? Why are they so angry?
Yeah, why?
Why?
Zami, why are they so
Angry.
Hey guys, hold on. I need to reiterate this. Okay, they don't open up your ears and listen again. Okay, open up your ears and again. Okay. I'm gonna say right now, and I'm just gonna reiterate for you. Okay, just for you, my dear.
Wait. Before you do that, let's start with hi, good evening.
Good evening.
Okay, go.
Wait,
Steven
not one. Listen, one. Okay. At this point of time, my club has appointed Unai Emery. Okay, just like how when Eric Ten Hag was appointed,
It's about
you went
Ten
Hag ball, right? You will still support your manager no matter what, right? Until he's out of the club.
Ten Hag ball is only Mark lah.
Kristen.
Likewise, I will support Unai Emery until things go down south. I will still
Unai
give
ball.
him my backing. I gave Gerrard my backing until the last game of the season when I woke up at 2:30 to watch the game against Fulham, only for us to play like shit. I still say, you know what, Gerrard can turn it around. But now he can't. So I will still give my backing to Unai Emery.
He did turn it around.
So even if he fails, it's fine. I will still give my backing.
Yeah, actually, Joe is right. No, he did turn it around.
Upside down.
Upside down lah, different position.
No, and
And
how? Yeah. I save you all the trouble.
wait, did he do it by himself or what?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
self-service.
How how has Gerrard been an upgrade when last season we've played the first 11 games and we got 11 points, and this season we played 11 games and got 9 points?
That's a big difference, man.
Okay lah, just switch it around. What? 11, 9, 11.
How is it an upgrade? How
Terrorist
is it an
football.
upgrade?
9, 11, 11, 9.
How is it an upgrade, right?
Gerard Liban.
Let's ask Zami, man. Zami is someone, I think his club has gone through a few managers.
What a
young,
joke.
I'm speechless. I cannot talk already. I hear teams just go on and on. My brain just shut down.
Zami,
Zab, he won't understand this
Yeah.
problem because his manager, his club is in fine form. They're in a good nick. He
Sure.
can never understand this meltdown, Joe. So forgive him right now if there's a bit of inadequacy when it comes to understanding. But Zab, why are they so angry about Steven Gerrard? Why?
Steven Gerrard.
Steven Gerrard won the league title unbeaten at Rangers just because he's failing right now. Why are we just banishing him?
Hey, Zam.
Why?
There's a saying in Tamil, Zam. There's a saying in Tamil. There's a saying in Tamil, okay?
Translate.
எரியிற பானையில நீ எண்ணெய் ஊத்துற, that means, right, okay,
The fire, then they put oil.
Yeah.
that is what these two are doing.
Oh,
Why are they so angry about Steven Gerrard? Because you talk about young managers, the only way they can go up is by giving them time. And this is the same Aston Villa that has actually backed him up to the tune of what, 100 million almost? And now they're counting him loose.
Get Gerrard to Liverpool then now.
Not
Get
yet
them
lah.
5-6 years to get out.
this one what tips say lah. Add oil to the fire lah.
Yeah, but shouldn't they have just waited out a bit?
And
more?
what, until we get relegated? Is it? You see,
But
I have
you
been-
did mention as well, right? That this is way too early. We've got another set, all right, the second leg
Bro.
into the league to play,
Bro,
and we've
listen,
seen
bro.
stories whereby managers can really turn it around. We've seen this now. Right now, we are looking at Brendan Rodgers.
Brendan Rodgers,
Remember, we
yeah.
had the topic about Brendan Rodgers getting the sack.
Getting the boot, yeah.
Yeah, he's probably out of the woods right now.
Managers can turn it around. A proper head coach can turn it around. If you have the balls to tweak your formation and drop John fucking McGinn, maybe you could have turned it around and won 4-0 at Brentford, like what
That
happened
means
last weekend.
you're hypothetically saying that Gerrard is pathetic. Piece of shit.
But Gerrard is pathetic.
I'm not saying
He's
it, guys. I'm not saying it.
Bro,
United.
Gerrard.
Actually, I asked the question to Haizam.
Oh yeah, I
Wait.
forgot.
When is he the one answering on behalf of Haizam?
I forgot.
But Zam, is it fair, to actually judge?
Don't change the setting lah.
I never changed. He changed.
Oh, he changed. Okay, come.
I never changed.
Is it fair to judge Gerrard in this short time? Like, should he be given more time?
Yeah, impatient.
Yeah, like Villa is
Would
impatient.
you guys have stuck with that?
Yes,
Would you guys have stuck with a manager like that?
Have you taken at Arteta's record? 10 games winless.
Yeah,
But
we
did-
stuck
but
with-
did-
we top of the league.
did-
Say
did-
we are
Ole Gunnar
top of the
Solskjaer.
league.
Or did
Mark,
Arteta
Mark,
not
how
change
many
his
seasons we
formation?
stuck
and
with Ole
play?
Gunnar Solskjaer? 3 seasons? 4, right? Mark.
Were you guys in 19, 17, 18th place?
We're watching different things.
No wonder. See Riley. Hey, which Riley you watching, Mark?
What you say?
No.
Mark, live TV, no, Mark.
Mark, how many seasons?
Ole?
Yeah, 4, right?
4 there. 4.
No, 4 seasons,
Hey,
man.
we stuck with Arteta. 10 games without a win. Joe had to accompany me for that match against Chelsea
Yeah.
so that we can actually taste our first victory.
Yeah.
10
You
games.
lost to Liverpool 5-0.
Yeah, you lost 10 games. After what happened? What happened after 10 games?
We finished 8th.
Finish it.
We finished
Exactly.
8th. Arsenal.
What happened to us?
We didn't get
You
relegated.
never get relegated.
Exactly.
Never.
You never got relegated.
Last season, they were
Never.
telling me, do you know, if to check Arsenal's result or you want
You
to
need
check
to turn
Arsenal's
cookies
position,
on.
you must accept cookies, because right now you cannot see Arsenal from your phone screen. We stuck with Arteta.
Correct.
Haizam, can you answer this? Steven Gerrard and Aston Villa. Was this a love affair that was cut prematurely?
No. I feel that Villa had to get rid of him. I think the hype that he came. Yeah, granted, he brought Coutinho. That false dawn of having Gerrard there. Then the Liverpool fans were saying, without Gerrard, Liverpool, Aston Villa is nothing. That kind. And I think it's also the hype.
It is true. No?
Yeah. But you look at this way. To get if Villa got relegated, right? Gerrard just shows that, just prove that you can be a good manager in the Scottish League. You can go unbeaten. but the Premier League is a different. It's a different gravy in that sense.
But even
And
if he
I
got
think-
relegated with Villa, it's consistency. See, that's something that it's consistency. You know, he's been consistent.
Consistency only relegated once.
Yeah, I mean, with the club and with him as well. You know, like losing games on the trot and all.
Bro, I'm gonna say this again.
Okay,
We lose game also.
Hey, Anan, don't need to ask question to me lah. You this one you just tips
You
talk
see,
lah.
This is a good one, Faris.
Okay.
I think this is a good one,
Ah,
Faris.
do you-
When I'm talking, do not interrupt. Lah.
Yeah. What do you guys expect of
Yeah.
Steven Gerrard?
Like
What
you
do
guys were
expect?
expecting 4th or 5th, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like what? Okay.
What
Okay.
do you
I know what the two of
As
you
a-
are doing, you know. I
as a
totally
Villa
know
fan,
what
right?
the two of you are doing.
Tips, as a Villa fan, right? What was the expectation
Yeah.
this season with
What was
Gerrard?
your expectation, Dave?
Honestly, with how we were, I don't want to talk. I know what this was doing. You see, honestly, with what we were promised, right, and how it set out that I needed a full Gerrard. In these were Gerrard's words, okay. The team evaluated where we. Ridwan, shut the fuck up, Ridwan. Okay, I don't care about your comments. Okay,
Oh,
okay.
Villa finished below top 15.
No, ignore him.
Ignore him.
Just
Okay.
concentrate on Faris's question.
Yeah.
And you see, this was Gerrard's statement, not the club statement. We had a good start to the season last season when I came in. Okay, unfortunately, we could not sustain the momentum, and stop taking a video of me. Okay, we could not sustain the momentum. However, I need a full pre-season to transform this Villa team around to qualify for Europe. As
Okay.
that is what the owners wanted.
Qualify for Europe.
Okay, I want a full pre-season. Is referring to Stevie G. Stevie G was referring to himself. Okay, I would need a full pre-season with my say in the transfers. Okay, to get Europe. And what happened? He got a full pre-season. Okay. He
Okay.
got the say in the transfers because he blocked the Ismail Sarr move, even though the club made the bid. He said he does not want Sarr because he does not play with wingers. With that being said, he sold the wingers. Okay, he sold the wingers and only had one recognized winger in Leon Bailey. And what does he do after that? Okay, he plays a 4-3-3 formation, continues to play the 4-3-3 formation when the players are not suited for that formation. Yes, granted, this formation suits at Liverpool, it suits in Rangers, but it does not suit in Villa. Okay, number two, Michael Beale was so-called the master technician, and Gerrard was just the figurehead trying to get in the transfers. Okay, so when Michael Beale left, Gerrard probably just stuck with the formation that Michael Beale knew, which was 4-3-3. Okay, if you look at the Villa games, okay, if you guys have ever watched the Villa games, and I'm sure you would have, Gerrard and his entourage of coaches just sit in the bench and don't do anything. They just sit there hoping something could happen. And in his post-match interviews, he says, we needed that moment of magic. Football isn't about moment of magic. You don't need a moment of magic. You can't be expecting a moment of magic every single game. That doesn't mean you're a good manager, right?
But if you're jumping at the touchline, if you're extra animated, all right, does that then please you as a fan? Saying that
No, it's not that.
all
It's not
managing.
that. It's not that. It's not. He just look. It just shows that he, as a manager, is out of depth, or as a head coach, is out of depth because he's not making the changes in the formation. He is sticking with that 4-3-3. Okay, and you know that it's clearly not working. First game of the season, second game of the season, third, fourth, even the games that we won against Everton and Southampton, it wasn't working. You knew that. You had 11 games to sort this out, yet you still stuck with that same 4-3-3. Reporters asked you, why aren't you tweaking the formation? Reporters asked you, why are you not playing a certain individual? To which his responses were, why are you a family member of this player? What kind of man management is that? What kind of post-match interview is that? Right? You are dropping players who can perform, and you're starting players who are not performing. So if anyone wants to say that Gerrard was not given time, I'll disagree, because he was given a full preseason like he wanted. Yes, granted, his players that he wanted were injured, Kamara and Diego Carlos, but you insisted on playing 4-3-3. You showed that you did not have the adequacy to tweak your formation, and you were stubborn. You threw players under the bus. So you got what's coming for you lah.
Okay, all right.
Okay.
Uh,
That's a good rent.
I think that's probably
That's
the last time we are
probably the
ever
last
going to
time
talk
we-
about Aston Villa.
Yeah, and the last time you're probably going to ever hear it, right?
Steven Gerrard. But
yeah.
Mark, last one, okay? I'm not trying to play devil's advocate here. All right, I'm looking at the table.
Yes.
As he was going and going
Correct.
and going and going and going,
I wanted to come
about
to that as
Steven
well.
Gerrard, he is clearly not fencing Steven Gerrard.
Yes.
He is really not in favor, and he is very biased against Steven Gerrard. Okay, that I can tell you for free. Tips is really biased against Steven
No,
Gerrard.
I am not biased against Steven Gerrard. I
your
gave
time
him
is
the time.
Your time is
That coin that you put 20
Yeah,
cents
20
finish
cents
already.
finish.
No, I'm putting another 20 cents in. I wasn't biased against
I
Steven
want
Gerrard.
to
You guys knew that
Uh-huh.
I had backed him up. And you guys knew in the chats that I said, why can't he change the formation to a 4-2-3-1?
Yes, that's true, that's true.
Maybe that's coming from you. This is
Right?
coming from, right? Can I
Yeah.
have the honor of asking a question? All right.
Okay,
Can
sure,
I?
go ahead.
I'm looking at the table right now, Mark. Okay. You look at the last European spot, okay, and that is now being filled up by Fulham, who is above Liverpool.
Yep.
Above Liverpool. All right. 12 games played.
Yep.
18 points accrued.
Yes.
Right. That's 7th. And I look at Aston Villa right now. 12 games played. Right now they have garnered 12 points. All right. You're looking at just a difference
points.
of 6 points.
6 points. Yeah. that's
6
it.
points. You want to chop and change because why? I'm looking at this squad right now. Okay, I know right now many Aston Villa fans they are rejoicing over the 4-0 thumping, and rightly so. Nobody supports or gets into sports to suffer, right, Joe?
Yeah.
We all want that
To
endorphin.
enjoy. Yes.
We all want that rush to the head to celebrate the victory.
Yep.
But what concerns me the most is this is the same bunch of players, most of them who has actually I wouldn't say down tools, but they didn't perform up to task for Dean Smith, right? Who was an emotional leader and figure for Aston Villa. And then this was being brought on by Steven Gerrard. All right, the hype was there. I was not on the bandwagon, and again, they have actually absolutely down tools because the difference was day and night. You cannot pick up formation and tactics overnight. Over a span of 3 days, you cannot have that kind of change.
Yes.
That sudden impetus and that sudden spike in terms of performance and energy, that tells me one thing. This player right now, all these players, professional players, they have boycotted against Steven Gerrard.
They
Now-
have thrown him under the bus.
And now this is the worry because there will come this next new manager we'll
Yes.
speak about. And if they are not happy with this guy, are we looking at Aston Villa getting out of control because player power right now reigns supreme
like United.
in their club, Mark?
Yes.
That's why when we talk about Villa, right? Why we say Sean Dyche will be a best manager for Villa right now because he's a guy who can control egos and players, given his background. And we talk about Emery, who at PSG, he walked away from PSG because of player power.
Yep.
And now he's coming to Villa, who changed their last manager because of player power.
But that's the thing. How do you guys know it was because of player power? Based on
Okay,
what-
let me just lean into a story about Arsenal, right?
Mm.
Throughout his dying days, right, when we saw that the players were not trying, and then they interviewed Lacazette and Aubameyang, they said during training they couldn't understand a single thing that is coming out from his mouth. They couldn't understand his tactics. He will over-convolute tactics and formation because every single match is a brand new formation. Every single match, right? It's a brand new formation. They don't know whether they'll be playing. And I remember him saying cheekily, they actually had to ask Willian to speak to the coach so that Willian can translate it to them. They couldn't understand a single word that's coming out from Unai Emery's mouth. And I still remember again that stint, right, when he had with PSG. There was this
Same
little
thing.
squabble between Neymar and Cavani about penalty taking.
Mhm.
They were really literally having it on the pitch. They asked Unai Emery, "What are you gonna do next? How are you gonna sort it out?" They said, "No, I'm not gonna sort it out. This is between two professionals."
Let them handle themselves. Yeah.
And I don't think that speaks volume of
Yeah.
someone who is really good, a good man manager. Another one, Granit Xhaka was being booed. He threw the armband onto the floor.
Yes. And his jersey as well.
Unai Emery didn't protect him at all. He was also the same manager who told Arsenal fans that we should have 5 captains instead of 1.
Yeah.
And when Granit Xhaka did what he did, he said Granit Xhaka shouldn't apologize to the fans.
Yeah.
He shouldn't do that. It's okay
He's okay.
for
with
him
it.
not to apologize. So I question right now the wisdom behind this appointment, right? You go from Dean Smith and then now Steven Gerrard, 2 British boys, right? Couldn't handle this. They couldn't handle this squad of players. And now Unai Emery, whom I know who have failed in terms of communication, nobody understood.
bro. You see, before we go to Unai Emery, right? The thing is, what makes everyone so sure that the players revolted against Steven Gerrard.
But why wouldn't you think so? Because
he locked him up.
they locked him up. They
No,
locked
okay,
him up
okay.
in the
Then
dressing room.
He locked the
Okay,
players in the
okay,
dressing room, bro.
okay. So if
They're
he
playing
really,
hide and seek.
so if that did really happen, then what's wrong with what the players did then?
It's wrong because why? Then they could have easily do this to the next manager as well. And if you
Yeah.
look at
No,
Manchester United,
but
right?
if he
What
indeed
happened?
did lock these players up, I
No, I'm
don't
not
think
talking
it
about the
happened.
locking.
I don't think it
I don't think
happened.
about the locking. Yeah, I
I
don't think
don't
about the
think it
locking.
happened. Yeah, I don't think it happened.
But if you look at the sudden change in terms of energy, all right, from whatever they from the 3-0 drubbing against Fulham and now 4-0 against Brentford. And you
Okay,
look at
why don't you see it from this
Mine
point
and
of view instead of saying the players refuse to play for Gerrard, which is what every media outlet is saying, which is very sickening? Why don't you see it from this point of view that Gerrard publicly called out Minks, stripped him of captaincy, gave it to
Yep.
John McGinn. Okay, and again, right? I mean, yes, I may slate John McGinn, but I would want the best for him as well. John McGinn has not been the same player for 18 months. You stood by that player, started him every single game, knowing that he cannot do it, right? And yet you are publicly stating Minks, right? Slating Minks. Obviously, players may be unhappy,
It's a black
but
player.
and also that formation that I'm talking about. What, for all we know, if Gerrard had just gone with the 4-2-3-1 formation that I have been crying out loud for the longest, right? Things may have been different. No,
I think it's really a tenuous argument to say that
Yes.
you see, this argument could go either way. It could go either way. It could either be yes, the players caused it. No, Gerrard could have tweaked it. So I think
Yeah.
this is inconclusive.
I
in
think the
sense that-
next 5-6 games is crucial for Villa.
exactly,
Yeah.
yeah.
And now that we're here, of course, this will be it nicely segues into this favorite manager of ours, right?
Yeah.
It's good evening at Villa. Guess who did he actually win over?
United lah.
Manchester United.
Yeah.
We had the show, after
We had
that.
the show.
Yeah, all
I
United.
think
fans.
it's okay, lah. You win over incompetent manager also, so I don't see it as a big victory. Lah. Both
Yeah, that's it.
Okay, okay. Let's
Yeah.
Une is going to witness Ten Hag's ball.
Yeah, man.
In 2 weeks' time.
Manchester
Wait.
United fans right now are coming out on Twitter say that this guy will pay for blood because of what he did against Manchester United
Yes.
in the final.
Yes.
Right? So let's see. It's gonna be a grand showdown between the two of them. But hey, let's talk about Unai Emery, man. Let's start with Mark. Unai Emery. I know you got some stats, you got some figures around Unai Emery. Again, to me personally, as a cup manager, perfecto.
Yep.
Right? But that is when he's in his own backyard in Spain. And that's why it's no surprise every single time when he comes back to Spain, he wins it all over again. No surprise at all, right? He did it with PSG, the same Unai Emery who bottled the league against a Monaco side. And this was the same Unai Emery who had the worst defensive record ever in PSG's history. The same Unai Emery who lost that 6-1 lead when he came over to Barcelona, right, for them to have that miracle comeback in Champions League. Same Unai Emery. Under Arsenal, we have never seen a defensive record that poor under a manager. Never ever before.
But you guys had got you at 50% or 60-55% win percentage as well, right?
But that's not the greatest because why? You look at the second season, right? You got to remember when he got Arsenal fifth. Chelsea won the same Chelsea. Everybody was sleeping, and that's why we were so frustrated. That was the time that you should actually just grind it out and capitalize on many other clubs who were sleeping around us. I know the argument is he took over Arsene Wenger, who is a big figure.
Yep.
He took over a failing Arsene Wenger, an Arsene Wenger who put us out of Champions League, and Arsene Wenger who has not won us trophy for at least 17 years. That was the bar that was set for him, that low. Different from David Moyes, he took over a squad that just won the Premier League. So do not give me the comparison of Arsenal and Arsene Wenger and Unai Emery. Because
But
he
then
was
again, you see, but
failing
he
manager.
also, but okay, again with Unai Emery, right? Like he hasn't managed Villa yet. So I mean, and Arsenal fans obviously would know him better because you guys had him, right? But my next point would be, right? Why are Arsenal fans out slating him when he's no longer an Arsenal manager? It doesn't concern Arsenal fans anymore, right?
No, it's okay. I think you talk
Yeah.
about slating, right? The same thing. Your player, Emi Martinez, he left Arsenal, right? He was continually
Which is
slating
wrong.
Arsenal.
Which was wrong. Which was
So
definitely wrong.
I don't think we should actually just point out a mistake done by a fan base because in our own camp we have a fox living in a hen house. So I don't think anybody can play angel because we look at our own home, we have a couple of teeth inside as well.
Yep.
So I think we talk about morality and moral decorum. I don't think it's the right topic because everybody is committing some offense in some shape or form, right? So I don't think it's now what happened with Gerrard. There was an issue with Liverpool. I hope it's not Unai Emery and Arsenal.
No, exactly, because Unai Emery does not have to be associated with Arsenal when he's
No, we don't.
managing.
We never wanted
Yeah.
to associate ourselves with Unai Emery, right? But then again, if you ask me my honest opinion about Unai Emery, we mentioned that him being a good cup manager was always top in terms of the appeal factor, right? That is something that he's never done well in league. Never. The
Fair
only
enough,
time
fair enough, fair enough. I mean, at the end of the day, everyone has their mistakes as well. Everyone has flaws as well, right? I
Yeah,
mean,
so
I'm not
my
expecting the
worry,
best from him. Yeah.
and the reason why I say what I say, right? Because I told you many times, I have a lot of respect for Aston Villa. I've seen Aston Villa at their best playing the kind of football they've played before.
Yep.
And for all the talks of money and resources
And they went for
potential,
Yeah, that's the thing.
they did with Steven Gerrard, which I call it at first. That's suicidal. They committed an error. And Unai Emery, I'll be very frank, right? If you ask Aston Villa fans at the first time of asking, Unai Emery's name would not have come up.
No,
Yeah.
it wasn't. It definitely
100%.
wasn't. It definitely
So
wasn't.
right now, Aston Villa fans cannot turn around and actually tell us that we always wanted him, because I know and
Oh, no.
I understand people are trying to
Yeah.
coax themselves into believing that this could be the next best thing after sliced bread. And it's fair
for
because
me, right? For me, on a personal note, right? I'm not saying that I'm like I've got blind faith with Unai, right? Like at the end of the day, he wasn't even in my list as well. Like you guys know that I've always thought Poch would have been good for us, right? And I've never thought of anyone else. Okay, so when it was Unai, that when his odds were like slashed yesterday, and it was him going to be our manager, I sat there thinking like, what did he achieve with Arsenal, or how he could have? And that's why I asked you, like, what did he do for Arsenal? I asked my other friends as well, Guru and Bishop, and the guys were saying the same. You guys were saying the same thing. He's a good cup manager.
Yep.
In the league, he's not actually that best, right? But for me, right, I see it from this point of view, right? If we can manage 1/8 of what Unai Emery did with Arsenal this season at least,
Yep.
and then build on to it.
But that's
Then-
the contradiction, right, Tips? Because you don't want to associate whatever he did with Arsenal, the failure that he committed with Arsenal. But then again, all right, in the same breath, we're saying that but whatever he did with Arsenal, I want some of that.
No, the positivity. Obviously, with the negative, with whatever he failed, it will probably be out, right? It will probably surface.
Yeah,
Like I
because
said, as a fan, right? I
this
want to
is
know
a
how
dialogue between me and Tips.
no, as a fan,
Okay.
as a fan,
We don't need to worry. Me and Mark don't need to worry about Tankhouse balls.
No, because at the end of the day, right? Because I know that Villa wants to push for Europe, right? Whether you all want to agree to this, all right, publicly, I know the ambition has always been to qualify for Europe.
that is the owner's ambition, right?
And I'm very sure it's a sentiment that is being shared across the board as well with many Villa fans. All right, so I don't think we are. We cannot be
You see,
disingenuous.
this is exactly why I think Alexander gave a good comment. He said it's wiser and more experience coming
Yep.
back, right?
He likes
So-
Emery. He likes Emery. He likes Emery because he is an antagonist. Whichever manager we like, he will say he don't like.
Eh,
So
Wan, if you want, you
whoever
go
we
sleep,
like,
Wan.
you don't like. Okay.
Wan, if you want, you go sleep, okay?
The only way to sum up this, right? I think Villa in the league with under Une will struggle, but I think you guys may win a cup.
But what is the cup that they are going to win? Because if he has been the best in Europa, to win Europa, you got to qualify for Europa.
So
Yeah.
it could be.
To qualify
It-
for
no,
Europa.
You don't need to
Like
just have the league.
that,
But
in
you
Anfield.
win FA Cup or League Cup, you also get to go
But
to
that's
Europe.
that's the thing. Domestically,
No,
you are
you-
looking at Man City, and then you're talking about an uprising Manchester United.
Newcastle, Manchester United,
But
Liverpool,
you don't
Chelsea.
worry. City is out of the League Cup now, right?
Not yet. Haven't
Or,
been played.
or not yet, right?
So
They
so
play
if,
Chelsea lah.
so you see, I'm looking from this
oh
perspective.
crap, Mark, we are playing Villa. in
Villa,
the-
yes, you guys are.
The League Cup, yeah.
So if he
Yeah,
wants to
yeah,
win a trophy, I don't think it will come through the domestic route. I really don't think
It's
so.
a Europe, Europe.
So, but if to get to Europe, that is the chicken and egg issue.
where you need to at least
You
finish
have to
seventh.
finish in the European spot.
Yeah.
And you look at the 7 spots that's available, all right, starting from Man City all the way to Ronaldo. Even Newcastle is part of the conversation.
Yes. Even
Where
Fulham.
does Unai Emery rank? If he's gonna consistently finish 9, 10, so
I
why
think
what's
Une, right?
up with the change?
I think Une this season will probably finish around 9 to 12.
Mhm.
Regroup, have a good full
Come back next
preseason,
season and see how
come
it is
back next season, and then maybe in the 11th game, if he falters, and then Dips will probably call for your head again.
I've heard the narrative. with Steven
No,
Gerrard.
no.
When Steven Gerrard was not doing well, they say, "Oh no, give him one transfer window, all right, give him a full summer, and then and then we judge him.
No, but I don't think so.
Correct.
Une needs
But
full
you see,
stop.
with
The current
I
players
don't
are
understand
right.
why it's coming back to the Steven Gerrard thing when that fella clearly did not adapt to the team. He was stubborn.
Zami,
You guys realize that?
Zami. Do you think it's fair to judge Une from now till the end of the season, or he needs a full preseason and then come
No,
on?
we cannot keep giving managers free pass. This is
Yeah.
only 12 games into the season.
Correct.
Why would you give 28 games free pass or 26 game free pass?
So
No
we
lah,
cannot.
no.
start
Okay,
from the
look
next
at this way. Okay, if like what you mentioned just now, if Gerrard has been resistant to
Okay, tips will do
No.
this anyway, just to end the
uh,
show.
okay, so if Gerrard wasn't flexible in understanding that okay, his man management skills didn't work, I think it was the right move for Villa to get rid of him.
Okay.
And I think tips brought a good
You
point.
just go sleep, lah. You just go sleep, lah. You don't
Yeah.
tell us what to do and what not to do. Honestly,
Okay, so if you look at it this way, if Emery is another Steven Gerrard who's not who thinks that player, then if he has to go, he has to go lah. I think that's the reality of management nowadays. You can give them time, but if it's not working, the fans will turn on the club, and I think owners or even the management will definitely be afraid of it. Like if once the fans turn,
He's not
no,
done
if
yet.
Eddie Howe suddenly starts to falter, okay, if Eddie Howe suddenly starts to falter and Newcastle decides to sack him, are you all going to say that they should have given Eddie Howe time considering the fact they turned the fortunes around?
They should.
They should.
Yeah, they should.
I think the narrative will be something else from everyone.
200 million, man.
I think you should,
every
yeah.
season.
Yeah.
You should.
Because I think the
hey,
territory
Buto lah, this devil's advocate, these two.
Because the
Don't put
territory
oil in
that
the fire.
because now you are talking about a club with money. So we have to judge
Yes.
them as a club with resources.
Resources, yeah. You're looking at the both clubs that gave managers time. They gave them and they're doing good now. We gave our manager 4 seasons and he did jack shit.
No, he finished second.
And they brought us to Europa,
Yeah, Europa final.
Europa final. I'll give it to that.
Okay.
Mark, stop watching Riley.
okay. So Mark, let's conclude this, right? Okay, let's take a bit of just a dart throw, man. Don't know where this is gonna land you, but Unai Emery, the appointment with Aston Villa, where do you sit with this? And then, of course, Tips is going to close this Unai Emery section with
Good evening.
classic good evening. Let's go, Mark. Cholat.
He's watching Riley.
He's watching. Mark, I think you're done.
I think your leg, Mark. It's okay,
Yeah,
Mark. It's okay.
Mark,
Zami, where do you
give Unai
feel?
Emery a chance.
How are we going to judge this based on our?
Because like
our
who is time
There. Mark, are you back? Okay, Mark. Clearly, you're.
But I heard what he said. Like he said, give Unai Emery a transfer window and judge him
Yeah,
after that.
Sam,
Yeah.
yourself.
Zami.
Same thing. Give him a transfer window. Give him complete the season, and then I think next season, full season, I think we'll see whether he will do better than Gerrard lah.
Okay, all right. I think doing better than Gerrard is such a low benchmark to set.
Yeah,
I
that's
think
not-
honestly, Perslow has to stop meddling with the players' affair and the first team affair. Give Unai Emery the control that he wanted, and see how the club performs. And if it's up to expectations, we move on.
Okay, all right.
And move on together.
Uh, Let's close it with the classic, please.
With that, good evening.
All
Good
right,
evening.
fellas.
All right.
Good evening.
Prediction.
Prediction that we are heading into
Ah.
predictions time. So
Let's
stand
go.
by for it. We are getting there. We're getting there. Yes, Ridwan, we are getting there.
Yeah.
guys. And then we are here.
We've got a couple of really good matches to be
Yeah.
played this week.
Let's
Right.
go. First one. Okay,
Let's
so
go.
we're gonna go in the lines of
First kickoff.
Dibs, Zami, and then myself, Anan, and then Mark will be out. Okay,
Yes, sir.
Dibs, let's go. Leicester City versus Man City is kicking off at 7:30.
Leicester lah. Confirm
Leicester
lah.
lah.
Turn around already lah.
James
No lah.
Maddison.
I think
Yeah.
3-1 Man City.
3-1 Man City. All right.
Cannot be lah.
Zami. All right.
Wait. This on you. You think what FIFA?
Hey, block him lah.
Okay, who? Newcastle Villa.
Yes, Newcastle Villa.
Oh, Newcastle Villa.
Oh,
This
wow.
one heavy of that shot.
I did a recording before and I said that this game, right, it's going to be
Oh.
Newcastle to win 2-1.
Newcastle will win, bro. I should tell you.
Newcastle to win, huh?
So if Newcastle win, and then how? Une said.
Only starts on 1st November, what?
Oh,
it's a-
yeah.
Yeah. I can't believe, no, as Newcastle fans were all rejoicing over the appointment. They say, we dodged a bullet with Unai Emery.
Bullshit.
With Newcastle fans. I think that is the family you should look at, not Arsenal.
Yes.
Newcastle fans were celebrating their appointment for Aston Villa. All right. And then
Zami, Newcastle to win, is it?
Draw. I think it's a draw game.
Puto Isak, but draw.
Draw.
Draw lah.
Newcastle to win.
All right, guys. Oh, it's us. Bournemouth Tottenham. This is a no-brainer. Huh?
No brainer. Bournemouth win.
Bournemouth to win.
Butuh lah, Bournemouth win.
Bournemouth to
Ada
win.
butuh
Simple,
kan.
no-brainer.
Butuh. Fuck you.
It's simple. Mark, Brighton, Chelsea. No-brainer.
Brighton.
Brighton.
Chelsea to win?
Deserve to win his first game lah.
Yes, Deserve getting his first W ever. He has not won, Deserve.
Really?
Yeah, he's not
Oh,
won.
is it?
Oh,
He drew with
Yes, sir.
Liverpool. Yeah, he drew and he has not scored after the Liverpool's match.
Yes.
Brighton has not scored right
Oh.
after the 3-3 draw.
Ridwan, relax, Ridwan.
So
I'm
they're
not
suffering some slum as well lah.
Okay lah.
Mini slum.
But one thing for sure, they cannot hire Unai Emery already.
Yes, they cannot
Yeah.
because no more good evening.
They can go for Poch. They can go for Poch.
Crystal Palace versus Southampton. It
Oh,
is to be a good game for Palace to play.
Oh, me ah.
Nah,
Yeah.
Crystal Palace
Wow,
will win it.
this one
Funny
is, I think
Southampton for cheating.
it's got a draw written all over it lah.
Oh, really?
Yeah. 1-1.
1-1, all right.
Nick, Zami boy, Brentford versus Wolves.
Brentford lah, 2-0 lah.
Yeah, Wolves are going down.
Oh boy.
Very poor.
They are another
Yeah.
one that's looking for a manager. I'm not surprised that Sean Dyche.
Did not go for that. Yeah.
No, he will get this job. I think Sean Dyche will get this job.
Right, let's go. Ours. Fulham, Everton. Fulham. They are hitting that Europe this season.
Oh yeah, boy.
Fulham.
You follow.
2-1. 2-1.
I
2-1
agree.
Fulham.
I
Or
agree.
1-1 Everton.
Nah, 2-1.
All right, 2-1 Fulham.
2-1.
All right, let's go. Mark.
Come on, Mark.
Come on, Mark.
Come on.
Mark,
Mark,
before you say something, Mark, look at this. The list is solid, Mark. Look at that. 5-0 Liverpool. 5-1 Liverpool.
Does Ridwan know
3-3.
more numbers than just 5 and 7?
Yes.
No.
You don't know, yeah.
Grab the Unai Emery topic.
Come on, Mark.
Now you want him. Now you like him, right? Eh?
Marky, come on.
Mark, come on, Mark. Leeds United against 3-2
He
to
said
who?
3-3. 3-3.
3-3.
Oh, wait. That's
Jesse Marsh.
Jesse Marsh under pressure, boy.
Jesse Marsh.
Do not take up Alif Ramzan's prediction for Arsenal versus Forest. Clearly, he's a hater. He's clearly a hater.
Dips, Arsenal versus Nottingham Forest.
He's now also a hater already.
No lah, Arsenal versus Nottingham. But let's not discredit Nottingham lah, okay? But I think this will be a hard-fought victory for
I think so
Arsenal. 1-0 Arsenal.
Low block
1-0
FC, man.
Arsenal.
Low
And,
block
Yeah,
FC.
1-0
Sami,
Arsenal.
to wrap up, match week 14, Man United versus West Ham.
Straight cut lah. Straight cut West Ham.
This one, let me predict what one will say. He'll say 7-0 West Arsenal.
One. Give me your answer. I
7
want
or
to
5.
wait for your answer.
2 numbers only.
You say 7 or 5? Or 9.
What is the prediction for?
Ridwan, faster lah. Waiting for your result lah.
I think he don't want a jeans skin.
Betul lah.
Since we did 2 hours plus.
1-0 West Ham.
1-0 West Ham.
Whoa. Surprising.
At
1-0
Old
West Ham.
Trafford. Come on.
Oh,
Hey,
from
guys,
here.
you got to remember Rashford had to score a 93rd minute winner last season, at Old Trafford.
Yeah, the tap in.
The tap in. Yeah, you got to remember that. Okay. And Skamaka
Hey,
against Martinez as well. Interesting. I predicted already. Okay, never mind.
I
It's
forgot.
okay.
He only predict all the big matches if you realize.
We report only on big.
You never
Can we move away from the Emery topic, please?
Ten Hag coming for you, Zami. All right, but guys, good one, man. It's been a long time, boys. It's really been a really long time since the last time we all got together.
Yep.
We are tired, but we need to let go of
Yes.
steam. We really need to ventilate our opinions and our thoughts about football.
Especially the guy on the top.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is what happened. A lot has been going on with him, with Steven Gerrard.
Steven Gerrard.
We got him. He was
Hey. You come.
Alamak.
Coming to you. You come to me for what? The snapshot FPL Alif on top.
Kamlan lah.
Alif, continue to watch us, Alif, and continue to
Yes,
win
bro.
$50
Hey,
from us.
but you know
always.
what? Next week, I feel like we should have a guest, a new face. Maybe could we have someone from Crystal Palace, from
Let's
Fulham,
try to get someone
from
there.
Leicester?
Yeah.
Guys, if those of you who are still watching us, if you have any friends out there who are
Yes, go
supporting outside of the traditional
Yes.
big six, all right, we really want to hear from them because right now, we have Tips, okay, who is now going to be part of the Tip Six, Big Six,
Big Six, yeah.
Tip Six.
Tip 6.
Okay,
Good
now
evening
that,
six.
now that Good Evening is in town, all right, but we want to hear from more, man. So
Yep.
next week we hope that you guys can actually tune in as well.
Let's try to get either a Crystal Palace, Leicester.
Yep.
And what's next?
There he said, I have
Fulham.
Nottingham, but not to avail.
Not available. Okay, Ridwan, go and find Crystal Palace, Leicester City, and Fulham.
Yeah.
All right.
That's your job.
Put out your yellow pages.
Yeah, that's your job. All right.
That's your job.
But then again, guys, good show. All right. Thank you so much for sticking through. Next week we'll have more to discuss about, and of course, like I mentioned just now, if you missed out, we are starting to actually give out prizes just for watching us.
Yep.
That's it. Right? Pretty simple, straightforward stuff. Watch us. Next week we will tell you how you can win some moolah, baby, some cash money.
cash money.
Watch us from start to finish. Next week it's not gonna be 2 hours because by then it's already Unai Emery. No more,
Yes.
no more topic
No
of
more
Unai
topic.
Emery. So no more ranting about Aston Villa. So I'm pretty sure we can keep it tight and compressed, which is about 90 minutes or so. Right, but this is us. Again, this is, of course, Johak Antarta, Tibening, new name, Tibening,
Evening.
Erling Heizam, and Mark Riley signing off from Snapshot Studio. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy your football. Stay safe.
Yes.
Be kind to everybody that you meet. And, of course, always keep it locked here.
Keep it locked, keep it tight. We'll see you
Snapshot
guys
Studio.
again.
All right.
All right. Cheers, boys.
Bye-bye.